Alright, actually, how we doing in... How we... Oh, I just heard a ping. Oh. Aw, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you, Tank? Thank you, Tank. Much appreciated. Aww. Love Soulsborne games except 2, but Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna take a quick break here to refill my water because I know that I'm gonna be talking a lot when we start doing this. Because for people that don't know, we are going to do a tier list. We're gonna do a tier list. You're gonna have to message me and tell me how much you get in coffee donations. I will. Okay. We're gonna be doing a tier list, which is gonna involve every boss from the whole Soulsborne series. All of them. All of them. That's a lot of bosses. Holy shit. Yep, we're gonna talk every boss. That's a big ass list. That's not even complete. So that's what we're gonna be doing. But I'm gonna... How can you remember all those? Oh, I won't. I will do my best to remember them all. That's what I'm hoping. We're gonna get into a few that are gonna be really, I'm not gonna lie. The last time I played Demon Souls was 2010. So that's like over 10 years ago. Do I remember most of the bosses in that game? I thought Demon Souls had like 4 bosses. Boy, I was wrong about that. There's a lot of bosses I forgot, but we'll go through it. We will go through it. So I'm going to open this up. I'm gonna exit that, and we're gonna just sit here and bask in the glory. Yeah. Penetrator is a good boss though. Penetrator is an excellent boss, and of course it's one of the ones I remember. You can't forget your first Penetrator fight. Yeah. Oops, that's not it. Yeah. Okay. So this is the tier list we're gonna be making. What do y'all think? Is it zoomed in enough, or should I zoom it in more or less, or here? Should it be bigger, smaller? What do y'all think? Yeah. Zoom it in more. Like just the size of the screen? It should just be the size of the screen. Wait, is the actual page on Tier Maker? Yes. You can't forget your first Penetrator. It's true. I think it's fine. Okay. So for conveyance, this is the list. These are all the bosses that are on this list. It's a lot of bosses. I will put a link to it in the chat for anyone that is interested, because I think it's the best one I found on tier list maker. Yeah, pardon me. Rank by sexiness, we could do that. Yeah. We could do that, but I'm just gonna say this right now. That's not what this tier list is gonna be. That's not what this list is gonna be. But sexy bosses might place higher for unrelated reasons. Maybe. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna... Which tag should we stream this under? Let's do it under Bloodborne. I don't know. We'll do it under Bloodborne, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna be right back because I just need to refill my water. So, I will BRB. Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Okay. So, actually, I'm gonna just let's there we go. So I hope y'all down. Are y'all ready for a journey? Are y'all ready for a journey? Should I maybe put this in the other layout? I don't know. Let me think. I'm just trying to think of how to scale all this stuff. Here. And just scroll this up. We're gonna go copy. We're going to go back to full screen mode. We're gonna go paste reference. Yeah. All right. Just so people know what this is about. There. Okay. So the question is, do you think this is all scaled and visible enough in a way that is watchable? Is it too big, too small? Should I move some stuff around? What y'all think? Is this good? Is this comfortable? Because we're in it for the long haul. Sekiro 2? Nope, Sekiro 2 is on this list. Or, well, Sekiro is on this list. Sekiro is on this list too. There's a way to say that correct, but I didn't do it. Yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna do a thing. I'm for bed. Have a good one. Alright, Deep Shock. There's plenty. Let me see. I do not think there is a large concentration of sexiness. I'm sorry, Axe, but this is where we disagree. These are some sexy bosses in here. There's very few things I would not fuck on this list. I hope. Now I'm thinking of all the bosses I don't like. I'm like, no. I guess I could. First thing to do is set how many tiers you need. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna start at the beginning of this, and the beginning of this says we need to figure our tiers. We're gonna skip E because fuck E tier. Okay. We're gonna have a tier here. Haven't fought. These are bosses that I just, for whatever reason, have not been able to fight. Or, you know, basically this is gonna be the Dark Souls 3 DLC essentially. Do not remember. So these are the bosses I don't remember. Unmemorable. They were unmemorable. Unmemorable. Then we got F tier, we got D tier, we got C tier, we got B tier, we got A tier, we got S tier, and we got S plus tier. There are very few bosses I would not fuck on this list. It's true. So I'm gonna do a thing. Okay, hear me out. Are y'all ready? Are we all ready for this? Yeah. Are we all ready for this? Is everybody ready? Oh, Tenkitsune, thank you again. Thank you again for the dono. Right. So, born ready? Okay. So let's do it. This is gonna be the Soulsborne boss tier list. And also my opinion. So, you know, don't hate me. So, what we're gonna do is instead of starting with Demon Souls, which is actually last time I played Demon Souls, actually, how's the volume? Is the music good? Is it too loud, too quiet? So I must go to bed. Alright, the tier list will be done when you're awake. So you can inspect it, okay, Luna? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with Dark Souls 1 because I played it last year. It's still relatively fresh in my memory, and it's kind of let's be real. It's like kind of the cornerstone of the series. It's a central point of the series. Dark Souls 1 is almost everybody's starting point in a lot of cases. I actually did start on Demon Souls, but Demon Souls started. The last time I played Demon Souls was 2010. Unfortunately, the remake of Demon Souls has a awful criteria of having to own a PS5 to play it, so I've not played the remake of Demon Souls. So I'm not gonna start on Demon Souls. It was too long ago. I will be able to better form or place these ones when I have the structure of Dark Souls 1 to build upon, I think. So let's start with Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1, they actually have Ornn and Smoke's the very first one. That's too big. We're gonna start at the beginning. Where is it? Because we're looking for, is it the gargoyles are pretty early. I was looking for the whatchamacallit. I don't even see it here. Is it not here? Damn. Yeah. Asylum Demon. Asylum Demon. There we go. Okay, the Asylum Demon. This is like your first thing that you've run into in Dark Souls 1. This is basically your baby boss. This is your introduction to, like, you're gonna have to kill in this game. I know a lot of people went into Dark Souls 1 not expecting to kill, but you're gonna have to like spill some blood. It's pretty fucked up. He teaches you many things. He teaches you things like running away and being a coward and tripping over pots. He teaches you that, and he also teaches you plunging attacks. Yeah. So yeah, or take the black fire bombs, exactly. You know what? And also just as a description, just to describe the Asylum Demon. He's just a big guy with I don't know if he holds an axe or what, but he's not the most like engaging design, but he's like kind of okay. I guess it's a hammer, you're right. Actually, just one sec. I'm just gonna see how viable it is to actually just get a picture of this boss so we can like, let's do this so I don't get banned on Twitch. Okay, here we go. Asylum Demon. So, okay, Asylum Demon. Okay, I'm kind of blocking the view here. There we go. No, I don't. Ugh, fuck. Asylum Demon. This guy right here. This guy. Wow, a transparent image? A transparent Asylum Demon? I'll fucking save that. This is ours now. This is mine. There. So, there. I'm like, what's the fucking odds? Wow, that's a gift. Like, look at that. There we go. Beautiful. This is what we're talking about right now. This thing. Yeah, I guess it's a hammer, isn't it? Yeah. New hat acquired. Oh my god, I could make that a hat. That's terrible. Okay, so actually, kind of looks like a guitar. It kind of looks like he's like jamming out. Oh, I didn't actually know he had so many teeth. Didn't know it had so many teeth. Oh, it even has one sharp tooth and one tooth is broken. Yeah, spikier than I remember. Yeah, you rarely see the top of this guy. This is pretty much your view of the entire fight. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, okay, Asylum Demon. We can't spend all day talking about this. I am here to say your avatar is really cute. Aw, thank you, Strider. Welcome. So Asylum Demon. Dude's playing the most brutal fucking deathcore breakdown. Yes. You fight this boss actually a couple times in the game too. There's like, I think 3 of them or 4 of them maybe. I mean, they're kind of not treated so much as a boss later on, but you know. Anyways, Asylum Demon. I think at least for now, I feel comfortable placing it probably at a C, because it's a memorable boss, but it's not like a super elaborate boss, but it does teach you a lot of things, but it's not like it's not like the coolest design in the world. And yeah, there's one that's like later on that's AoE based, so I'm gonna put it at C. That might change as we place more things. So moving on, let's move on to the next thing. Technically what would probably be most people's next boss is the Capri Demon, or as I often call it, the Capri Demon. The Capri Demon. This guy's an asshole. Has 2 swords and a pile of wolves and a staircase, and that's basically the fight. Yeah. Oh shit, Tyrus Demon. Yeah, I'm not actually gonna. Yeah, that's true. Actually, we'll do. Yeah, Capri's a little bit later on. Where's Tartarus Demon? Okay, this guy is a guy you fight on a bridge. He has a big axe. He's kind of cool. He's honestly, it's just a very memorable fight. There's also like the Asylum Demon, it teaches you things in this fight. This one teaches you footing and spacing. By this point, you have some equipment to use. There's even plunging attacks that you can use on it. Like, I think it's honestly kind of a more elaborate version of the Asylum Demon, but also a cooler design. I'm just, once again, I need like a second browser tab open. I don't know if I can actually just do this. Can I? Is it gonna? Which tab is it gonna? Okay, good. I can do it this way. So, okay, good. So I can have one open. So I'm not actually gonna. Can I just drag and drop it onto the? Oh my god, I can't. Oh no. Apparently, OBS does not like it if you do that. Okay, so we're not doing it that way, but I'm gonna just save this out very quickly. There we go. So this is the guy we're talking about. I can't do this for every boss, but so this guy, I think it's a cooler design than Asylum Demon. Has cool horns, like has a cool hammer axe thing. It has an axe, so it's a good thing. Yeah. So yeah, let me get back to this. So I'm gonna say, you know what, honestly, it's just a better version of the Asylum Demon, really. Yeah, we do love a good set of horns. We do. They're very sexy. So far, all the bosses, yeah, I'd fuck them. So, anyways, okay, Capri Demon. Let's do Capri Demon. Because I started talking about it. Okay, basically, it's basically just a guy with a cow skull with two swords and some dogs and a staircase. That's really the whole fight. This is a really annoying fight for a lot of people. In my original playthrough, I didn't actually encounter this boss until the very end of the game because I accidentally skipped over it. So yeah, it teaches you to not fight fair. Exactly. Capri Demon teaches you to use your environment, which I think is really important. It's an important lesson. I think even though the fight itself is really like stacked against you when you go in the room, I think there is like a little bit of like overcoming it. And also using your environment because they're teaching you things. Once again, I actually love the design of this boss, and I like its weapons, so it's pretty cool. I actually kind of think it's a pretty cool boss, but I still feel like probably a C tier. I can't believe we're gonna put this whole block of bosses in C tier. I can't believe it. All right, so moving on. Okay, here's one. Where is it? Bell Gargoyles. Bell Gargoyles. These are essentially most people's first big boss in the game. This is where the game really pushes you. Like Tyrus Demon probably is technically the first big boss, really, but like Bell Gargoyles are kind of the big one. You get up there, you go to fight them, and then you're not fighting one, you're fighting two. They're elaborate, they have cool attacks, they're a really cool design. I like them. I think it's a really memorable fight because you really do feel like you're overcoming like big odds fighting them. They have cool weapons, they have cool helmets. I think they're maybe a B tier even. Capri Demon tells you it's okay to sit behind a door throwing poop at a boss until it dies. Yeah, you can do that. Arguably one of the first bosses where summoning is encouraged. That's true too. Yeah. And it teaches you the lesson that life isn't fair. Sometimes you do get 2v1. Yeah. So right. Let me see. Moonlight Butterfly. That was the next boss I fought. I think Moonlight Butterfly. This boss has like 3 attacks. It's a really pretty boss. I love the spear you get from it. Yeah, gargoyles also have excellent spacing. They do, and they also teach you to utilize your environment through the arc of the roof, which I think is really cool. Moonlight Butterfly, though, this is basically just a big moth that floats around a bridge and shoots lasers at you. It has some really cool weapons, but I think it's a dumb boss. I think there's not enough to this boss to really be fun. Anytime I have fun with this boss is because I'm OP when I go in and I just smack it once and it falls to the floor. So I think it's maybe even an F boss, but I'm gonna put it at a D for now. Pinwheel. Let's do Pinwheel next, just because it's kind of alright. I declare this is one good tier list of this type because all the others I've found are barely legible pictures. Yes. Yeah. Gargoyles teach you that you need to upgrade your weapons. That's true too. Yeah. Pinwheel. This boss is like the classic like illusion boss. It makes a bunch of illusions that like try to fight you, and like you have to find the real one and hit it. The actual boss itself doesn't actually do that much. I think it's kind of a gimmick boss, really. It's like Moonlight Butterfly, where it's kind of gimmicky, really. Like, actually, Moonlight's not even like gimmicky. That's why it's not good, because like, well, that's not why it isn't good, but it's just like Moonlight Butterfly just doesn't have anything to it. Pinwheel is just like, it's okay. There's not really enough there to really like grip onto. I think it's a fun boss. It's a fun boss, but I don't think it's the most memorable. And honestly, it just kind of feels like a room of enemies. If it wasn't for the fog gate, I wouldn't have even known that I was fighting a boss. All right, who should we put up here next? Moonlight Butterfly is either a joke if you have range attacks or tedious if you don't, exactly. And that's another thing about Moonlight, is that it's really built around like you can beat it with like regular attacks, but you just have to wait for it to eventually land. And you know what's funny? It doesn't land like routinely. It like just, it's somehow, it's like this boss has like 4 attacks and it can possibly land, and the game just like randomizes what it's gonna do next. Yeah, exactly. Agreed, Floppable. It's very much like an early game boss, but it's placed in a place where you're not really gonna counter it right away. So, I'm gonna say probably the next one. Oh, they actually count the Stray Demon as a separate thing from the Asylum Demon. That's good to know. I'm gonna say the next boss here. I'm gonna say the next boss here is probably, we'll do Gaping Dragon. Okay, Gaping Dragon. This is a good boss. This boss here. Okay, this is like the first fucking boss that like you like run into that feels like a fucking nightmare. You're like, what the hell is this thing? It looks like a dragon, and then like you actually like go into it and like, yeah. So like you go into the fight, you think it's gonna be just a big snake thing or whatever, and then it like realizes it has like a whole bunch of ribs and things. The intro for this boss is sick. The boss design is sick. The fight itself is like alright. It's not the best fight in the world, but it's pretty cool. I'm gonna definitely say this is like a high B. Like, maybe we're in an A. I'm actually gonna put it for an A right now. I'm gonna put it for an A right now, just because, you know what? This fight's memorable. This is like one of those designs that like, you know what? This is one of those designs that I said, I want a game with more bosses like this, and then they made Bloodborne. So, you know what? I was right. You can thank me for Bloodborne later. So, let me see. Who's next? Also, yes, Gaping Dragon has a cuttable tail. That's a very, very good point. Bosses with cuttable tails are good. Those are good bosses. Okay, who's next? Like, who's next? Iron Golem. Iron Golem's probably next, right? Iron Golem, I remember that this is the first time I ever summoned for a fight, and the last time I ever summoned for a fight. Because fucking Iron Tarkus fucking kill-stole me, the bastard, and I never forgave him, and I never forgave summons for the rest of the whole series. So, but Iron Golem is really cool. I love the design of Iron Golem. I don't think it's really that, like, elaborate of a fight, but there's a cool aspect of, oh yeah, there's still Quelaag. You're right. I will go back for Quelaag. I think Iron Golem is kind of like Bell Gargoyles. I like the design. I think the design's really cool. It actually feels like you're in a like sword fight with this guy. Like, he's just really big. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jazz. Also, German RX, how you doing? Yeah. I'm actually gonna say I like Iron Golem maybe a stitch more than the Bell Gargoyles, because I always feel like it just feels like you're fighting a big guy, you know? Yeah. Oh my goodness, well that's just appropriate. Give me my Bloodborne cleaver. Yeah, we're gonna cleave through this tier list. Let's fucking go. Bloodborne stock cleaver. There we go. Okay. And I guess I can take off my hat now. Alright. So, game designers with tail amputee fetishes are good at their jobs. I guess that's probably a fetish, ain't it? I play Monster Hunter, so it's just kind of become ingrained into my personality, I guess, to a degree that I have not realized it's a fetish. But I guess you're right. Oh. That's all over there, apparently. I'll have to fix that later. Like this. Yes. Like, can I move that hand? Is that like, yes, I can. I'm just gonna move it over here so the future hats will be aligned correctly. All right. Doku, how you doing? All right. So who's next? Quillag. Are these alphabetical? These aren't even alphabetical. Are they missing Quillag? They can't be missing Quillag. Oh, never mind. Chaos Witch Quillag. Quillag. Okay, Quillag has one thing working against it, which is that it's a spider. She's not in C tier, just one sec. Which is that she's a spider. I have arachnophobia, so this was a creepy boss for me. But I'm also gay, and she's hot, so it really is two like forces that are fighting against each other. I think she's a good boss. I'm gonna put her comfortably in either B or A. I'm gonna put her in A too. I feel sad though when I fight her, and scared, and aroused. You know what? She makes me feel a lot of feelings. Definitely an A tier. Yeah, two wolves inside you, an arachnophobe and a lesbian. Exactly, exactly. The curse of thirst. Exactly. We'll put her up here. Yeah. No, I'm gonna put her down here. Yeah, I'll put her in a B. I think she barfs a lot, which is also relatable, but I like her. I think she's good. But I just don't like fighting her that much, I guess. I find I either just sweep the fight or I just get like melted, and it's just like me. Is this a public tier list? Yes it is. Here you go. If you want to have this, it is all yours. She has too much zone control. She does. I agree with that statement. Okay. I'd say probably Sif is next. Sif. Okay. Sif is like great Grey Wolf Sif. This is the big dog fight. Big dog and a sword. This boss has it all. Has awesome lore, wonderful design. It's just a dog with a sword. I don't know. I think you can fight Orn. I think you can fight Sif before you fight Orn Smo. Sif teaches you that you're a monster. Yes, this is when you realize you're a villain. Sif, I think, is one of like easily a top shelf design. Like the lore is there. You fall in love with Sif. Anyone who doesn't like Sif, get in my chat right now. Fuck you. So, anyways, Sif is wonderful. Just a big puppy and very good. And Sif also helps you later on. Yeah, I know. Sif is just a good boy. Like maybe S+, but for now. So yeah, you can fight Sif either super early or super late. Oh, bye. No, Doku. Okay, my one qualm with Sif. I'm just gonna say this right now. I think Sif. One of the really good song too. My only qualm with Sif is I think the fight actually my only two qualms. I think the fight could have been more elaborate. I think Sif lacks like some moves. It's very just like kind of the dog spinning, and you know that's not a bad thing, but it's just like I feel like there could have been a few more moves in this fight. I do like Sif as a character. Pathologically, I hate dog enemies in this game. Yes, and actually one of the few good dog enemies in a Soulsborne game. So Sif is good. The other thing is also that it makes you feel super bad. It's kind of like Quillag, where I feel really bad after the fight. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we gotta be spinnier than a trans girl in her first skirt. Yes. All right. So Orn and Smo. This is the midpoint of the game. At this point, we're dealing with a big these are the big two. This is the wall for almost everybody in this series. Like when it comes to like your initial experience with Dark Souls 1. I think Orn and Smo have a lot to teach you. And they're so like monumentous. When you defeat them, you feel like you earned it. You earned it. You know what I mean? Like, I've never died to Orn and Smo. I know. I'm like, just gently like caress your cheek. I'm like, I know, baby. Even play through 1 to know what kindling the bonfire did. Yeah, this is before Floppable knew how to save the game. Defeated Orn and Smo. 1 hit. Orn and Smo. These two, I think are at least like an A tier. at least an A tier. I think they're actually better than like even the Gaping Dragon. I think here's my one thing. They're a double boss and they're a hard double boss. There's a lot of like, you have to utilize your environment. Like everything that the game teaches you before this point, you have to utilize to some degree. I think they can be junk sometimes because you can end up in a bad situation against them where it just feels like it's like, damn, I am just getting fucking rolled. And yes, I think it's interesting because there's a phase 2 of this fight, which varies based on who you defeat first. I think there's just like a lot of cool things going on in this fight. I do think that like Smo feels sometimes like a pain in the butt because like Smo just like takes up a lot of space and AoEs a lot, and Orin's very like, well, the opposite of that, right? So you can end up in situations which just don't feel good. It's one of those cases where I actually feel like I like the fight against Iron Golem better, but like Orin and Smo feel, I think they're memorable and they're good overall. Yeah, pardon me. Yeah. Absolutely box you in on unwinnable setups, exactly. Like, Orin and Smo are a boss that you have to go in and be prepared that you're going to be dying a lot. But when you do finally beat them, you feel like you've accomplished something because you have. So, like, the odds are stacked against you in this fight, and you'll overcome them. Or give up, I suppose. Those are another option. Okay, so here we go. From there, let's go down. Okay, so let's go down into the abyss. So I think the next boss would be the Demon Centipede. No, Demon Fire Sage. Is it Demon Fire Sage? No, it's Ceaseless Discharge. Ceaseless Discharge. This boss has like one attack. It's garbage. We're just putting it in F tier. I think Ceaseless Discharge. Actually, it has 3 attacks. It has 3 attacks, but just like kind of loops them. But yeah, I think Ceaseless Discharge is really just like a really big enemy that doesn't do anything. It also, I find Smo hard because I'm very bad at judging AoE range. Yeah, that's fair. I like this boss better if it was called Endless Ejaculation. Yeah, probably be a more, that's definitely a boss name. Also, hey Lynn, how you doing? I always kill Orns first. Big Orns, I can't be poised broke, but Smo can be in both phases, yes. If you fight him straight up. Actually, you know what is kind of funny? When I played Dark Souls 1 last year again, I went up to him, because before I shot him out with arrows every time, but I went up to him and actually fought him. It's almost like Punch-Out, if Punch-Out was just comprised of like 3 moves. He just has like he has a horizontal swing, he has a vertical swing where he swings 2 limbs, and he has a vertical swing where he swings 1, and he has a grab, I think. He doesn't have a lot going on. You know what? Actually, I hate to say it, I think I like that fight more than I like Moonlight Butterfly. I think that means that Moonlight Butterfly might be an F tier boss. Okay, well, there we go. Now we know. I'm like thinking on him, like, wait a minute. Like when I actually went up and fought him like up close, it was actually kind of not a terrible fight. But like Ceaseless Discharge to actually get up close to sucks a lot. Does a lot of damage. It's just not a good fight. And honestly, it kind of, all the fights in this direction of the game go kind of badly. I'm really bad at getting to do his jump attack, which makes him fall off, so I always fight him normally. Gotcha. Yeah, I was saying that like my first couple playthroughs of the game way back in like 2014 or 2013, I shot him out with arrows. But it at least teaches you something. So definitely F tier. Okay, so next up I'm gonna say Fire Sage Demon. What the fuck is the Fire Sage Demon? I don't remember who that is. We're gonna do the Centipede Demon. This boss is fucking whack. But you do get to fight with Solaire, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna put it down here. I think it's a garbage boss. You can't see the majority of this boss on screen. It suffers from big boss syndrome where you just basically are fighting a pair of feet. There's a lot of lava in this room, which sucks. If you don't have the special ring that was like, you know, hidden away in some little like inane corner of the game, you're gonna catch fire and die. Fire Sage Demon is the Asylum Demon with fire. I remember that. But it's an Asylum Demon, so it's probably gonna place higher. Anyways, Centipede Demon, yeah, can eat my ass. So, moving on. Okay, the Stray Demon. Oh, the Stray Demon is the one you go back and fight in the Asylum Demon spot. Okay, Demon Sage. Okay, this one here, it's the Asylum Demon, but if the Asylum Demon only did AoE and was garbage, so I'm actually gonna put it down here. It has less moves than the Asylum Demon. It's not as nearly as fun of a fight. Honestly, barely even memorable. The fact that you don't remember says a lot. Honestly, it's unmemorable because this boss just does AoE all the time. There's nothing to it. It just does magic or whatever, and it's like, it's just a fight where you go in, take a couple swings, move out because it's gonna do its essentially DP, and then you run back in and hit it a couple more times. There's nothing to this fight. You actually get an orange shard ring for the Centipede Demon, which feels backwards. Yeah, you're right. Oh, you can't cut off its tail. That's true. I do like cutting off its tail. But you do fight with Solaire, which is at least a small level of like solace. I've never seen this game. Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1's amazing. Holy shit, this boss list is blue dragons, so it should have red dragon. Those bosses in Demon Souls are the worst in any Souls game. Okay. So next, Bed of Chaos. Bed of Chaos. This is gonna be the bottom of our list, I think. I think Bed of Chaos is a silly boss. It's basically, I'm gonna put it above. Okay. Bed of Chaos. This boss basically has you entering a room. You have to hit 2 switches, and this boss is just a big old tree monster that just constantly is just slapping away, slapping the room, trying to dust everything off, and you have to just not get. You just have to not get dusted. And when I say that, it's because there's a bunch of pits that it just pushes you in. You hit the switches. It's a gimmicky boss. It's a gimmicky. Yeah, big slappy, yeah. Like, it's just a gimmicky boss. There's nothing to this fight. There's like, and the thing is so you hit switch 1, it's fine. You hit switch 2, it's fine. To get to the final hit where you're actually attacking its core, you have to jump over a little pit. And you have to time your jump so it doesn't slap you, because if it slaps you, it's an instant kill, and you have to start over from the very beginning. This boss basically is just like, and how to put it? The slap is even worse because, how to put this? It's even worse because, you can't actually see the telegraph of it winding up most of the time, so you're basically just running in, jumping this pit blind every time. So I think it's a pretty bad boss. How can she slap with their slappy hands? So I think it's just a bad boss. Yeah, those bosses are terrible. Yeah, so Bed of Chaos, not a good boss, but better than the Moonlight Butterfly, because there's a really fun slide before this boss. You get to hit your head on a few branches on the way down, and it makes me laugh every time. So it's slightly better than the Moonlight Butterfly. Like, this boss is actually so miserable. It is a better experience for me than the Moonlight Butterfly, because the Moonlight Butterfly is just boring. The Bed of Chaos has the thrill of running through some heavy brush, having branches like push back and slap you in the face, and then actually getting slapped to death, and then getting slapped to your demise when you try to jump the pit. It's just a series of slaps. I'm like, might be better than Centipede. No, it's still worse. Okay, Stray Demon. Stray Demon's like the Asylum Demon with a really crappy AoE magic attack, which like homes and chases or whatever. I think it's just a worse version of the Asylum Demon. I think it's just more frustrating, and it's just not fun. 6K plays for 10 seconds. Okay, fun's over. Yes, exactly, Doku. Stray Demon is just check out my AoEs. I know. All right. So what else we got here? We got. Yeah. I'm looking here. Okay, that's in Dark Souls 2. Oh my goodness, we're getting down there. Okay. Let me see. We'll do Nito next. Nito is kind of a weird boss because it's you go in, you fight. Nito has a cool scythe and it's kind of a cool design. It's just a big skeleton ball guy. And you have to like go through a grave, and it's kind of cool. So I think Nito is pretty cool. Lunch is over. All right, Hive. You have a good day, okay? Have a good day at work. Throws glow sticks, but actually glowing bones. Yes. Oh my god. So, Nito, it's cool design. I think the fight itself is just kind of, I'm lukewarm on. I think the fight itself is just like, okay. I think it's like maybe a high C. I think the fact that you end up fighting a bunch of skeletons in the same area. Yes, this is Forest Temple. Yeah. I think the fact that you fight a whole bunch of skeletons at the same time kind of sucks a lot of energy out of this fight. I don't know. Like, I think Nito himself should have had more going on. I think it's a fight that distracts you with hurling a bunch of skeletons at you to distract you from the fact that Nito doesn't actually do that much in the fight. The entire fight is just kiting. Exactly. Okay, let's do Seath. Seath the Scaleless. Seath is an interesting one because Seath is also not the most elaborate fight, but I actually kind of like this fight. You run in a big circle and you just chase his tail the whole time, and it's really fun. And you can cut his tail off. So Seath is actually kind of fun. I'm gonna put Seath in high B. Not quite as good as Iron Golem. You know what? Yeah, I feel like that's about right. Seath is pretty but really easy. It is a really easy fight, but I also like cutting tails, and I enjoyed that aspect. Oh, you can get him killed on his own crystal to stun him. Yes, you can also stun him with his own crystal thing. He's so fucking stubborn about that tail too. He really is. It's true. But I kind of like running in a circle, so that's memorable to me. Priscilla, definitely a very good boss. This boss is awesome. Really fun boss, really cool idea that she's like invisible and you see her footprints in the snow, which is how you like track her down where she is. This is like the end really from MGS3 of Souls bosses. So like really cool boss. She has a cool weapon. She's really cute. She's just a giant dragon lady. She lives in a painting, which is really fucking badass. I think she's definitely one of the game's more memorable bosses, and she's actually really fun to fight. Doesn't even want to fight you. She doesn't. You're just being a dick. The only thing that really detracts from this fight is that you feel like shit after you win. So yeah, my playthrough with my girlfriends on stream, the only time I've cut Seath's tail, gotcha. Yeah, it takes time. Stick some bolts on her. She's not invisible now. Exactly. There's like, it's a clever fight. I think it's a really good fight, really memorable fight. It's a fun fight. Okay, so moving down the list here. We'll do the DLC all in one chunk here, but we'll do Four Kings. Four Kings next. Four Kings is an interesting one because it's a DPS check of a fight. You have to kill the kings faster than they can spawn. I think it's kind of cool that there's more than 4 kings. I think it was like, you know, you get to the 4th king and you're like, yeah, easy, and then a 5th king shows up and it's like, fuck. So that's kind of memorable. I actually kind of like the fight though, honestly. Like, it's like DPS checky though, which kind of sucks. Like, and I do feel like they have some whack hitboxes going on sometimes, which kind of sucks. And you can get 2-on-1. It's a lot of kings, some number of kings exactly. I think I like it more than Nito, but it's maybe a little bit less than Gargoyles. Maybe I'm gonna put it in high C. Some builds almost can't out-damage them, which kind of sucks. Yeah, that's what I was kind of gonna get into. Is the kings are fun in some ways if you have a build that works against them, and also they're very hard. They're very hard in like you do a few cycles in the game and they become really taxing to fight. Okay. Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn, this is a fight where you're going down an endless hallway. Going down an endless hallway, fighting Gwendolyn, who I think is a really cool boss, like lore-wise. The fight itself sucks, but I like I kind of like, yeah, top tier in terms of sexiness, though, I know, right? This is such a terror because this is the queen. Do not touch or fill the hollow. Want Gwendolyn to show me what the tentacles do. Yeah. Yes. Well, actually, they're snakes, if I'm not mistaken. They're just straight up like snakes. I think the fight itself sucks, but I think Gwendolyn as a character is really cool. I think I gotta maybe go B. Like, maybe B. It's a shitty fight though. It's not interesting in really any way. There's like a little bit of nuance to it, which is kind of fun, but I like that it isn't an yeah, actually technically it isn't an endless hallway. That's true. You can actually, it's just really long. This is right here. This is the character that gives us like this is the list. This is the list, or this is the moment in the list where I had to decide which is more valuable, lore or the actual fight. So, and up until now, I've been kind of splitting what I think about it. Damn, fuck, this sucks. Yeah, you get her cute outfit, that's true. These ones are all kind of in the same mix here. I really don't know. I really don't know. They could be in any sequence, honestly. Yeah. Losing rhythm to this for me. Aww. I'm gonna say out of the bunch of them. I'm gonna say out of the bunch of them, maybe like this. If the fight was better, I would like it more. Okay. So we're gonna do the DLC and then we'll do the final boss. So Sanctuary Guardian. This fight's an interesting one. I'm gonna leave Gwendolyn there for now and think about it. I thought you had muted yourself for a second, but then I realized the audio desynced. Oh, gotcha. Sometimes you have to refresh the stream, otherwise the audio can desync. It's a weird problem Twitch is having lately. Okay, Sanctuary Guardian. This is like a big chimera. Has breath attacks, has like a lot of projectiles, has some clawing attacks with this weird lion body. It kind of has like a little bit of everything going on. It has everything that like a good boss should have, but I do find it really taxing to fight this boss. Like it's, yeah, this boss is like specifically like a big difficulty spike too. I think it's a good boss like design wise, except for the fact that like the AoE stuff that this boss has, because you're fighting in a big pool of water and it shoots electric attacks, is kind of obnoxious. I'm not gonna lie, like it's kind of really shitty to deal with. I feel comfortable putting the Sanctuary Guardian like high C, maybe. It's like technically kind of cool. I've never seen the like blocking blowback animation for this guy, but it was added in the DLC. Also, it has a cuttable tail, I think. I forget. It might be, I forget. It almost feels like fighting a Monster Hunter monster if the Monster Hunter monster was like dialed really like hard. I'm gonna put it in B. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of B. Alright. Artorias. Artorias is like once again S tier, easy. There's no question. This fight has everything that a good Soulsborne fight has elaborate attack animations that you have to learn. He's got amazing fucking lore. Artorias is yeah, it's a little bit of Teostra, agreed. That's what Sanctuary Guardian is like. Honestly, I'm actually comfortable putting Artorias in S tier. It's one of the most memorable fights in the series. He has everything. He has cool attacks. He has a cool backstory that's tragic and sad. He has a giant dog. What more do you want? Everyone loves Artorias. And also, Artorias' armor is fucking sick. There's a reason it came back in 3. Okay, so Calamite. Calamite, the big laser dragon. I think Calamate's design is really cool. There's a cool aspect to the fight where you have to get the giant to shoot an arrow, and I love that giant's voice. I think it's a pretty cool fight. It is a very tough fight. Calamite does have a tail that is really hard to cut, but I think it's an overall good fight. There's some whack stuff that can happen in this fight, but I think overall the fight is really fun. So I'm gonna actually put Calamite probably in A tier. I think it's one of the better like big monster fights. And you know what? I'm actually gonna move Iron Golem up because I think Iron Golem is fucking tight. Like I'm gonna I'm gonna do that. That's my personal choice. Okay, Manus. Father of the Abyss. This is actually, if you draw a line from Manus, you will eventually get to Bloodborne. This monster is a Bloodborne monster. This character is a Bloodborne monster. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bread. All right, Mish, you have a great night. Okay, Manus is really cool. It's just a really good fight. It's really fun. There's like a lot of like melee attacks. There's a lot of magic to learn. There's some whack shit in this fight with like the circular things that all go in towards you. There's some hard stuff in this fight for sure, but I feel like it's generally like pretty fair. Also, if you draw a line as Manus, you can snap your pencil because big hands. Oh, fair. You're right. Very Bloodborne. It's a very Bloodborne boss. Also has a nice set of antlers. I think I like it a little bit more than fighting Calamite. A little bit less than like fighting Calamite. I think I feel comfortable putting Manus in A tier. I'm like looking at this now. I'm just like, Gaping higher than Calamite? Yeah, no, I actually think Gaping is higher than Calamite. Yeah, you can summon a dog to help you. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, you can summon Sif during that fight. Okay, and then we have Gwen. So this is the finale of Dark Souls 1, the final character in Dark Souls 1. Once again, it is a sword fight. Gwen has a little bit of stuff going on. Gwen also has some fucking sucker punch moves. Generally it's an okay fight. I feel like it's a more structured fight than a lot of like the B tier fights we have here. I'm comfortable putting him in A, but I feel like very bottom of A, maybe the top of B even. I think it's an okay fight. I think that it's a little bit like anticlimactic sometimes, like, and I do feel like Gwen has some stuff that just feels weird. Like there's just some things that Gwen does that just doesn't feel good. Also, if I'm not mistaken, this boss has frame traps, which is really, really funny though. The theme is quite good, you are right. Gwen's parry check. Can you parry? If yes, easy. Yeah, true. If no, he's a pain. Yeah, and that's because of those frame traps, which is really, it's quite sneaky. Intentionally anticlimactic almost. He's just an old sad guy, it's true. I feel comfortable putting him at the top or the bottom of A. I think I feel comfortable with that. I still actually think the Iron Golem, I fucking like this fight. This fight is like not like the most amazing thing in the world, but it just it's the most you ever feel like you're fighting just a big guy who just feels like just a big knight rather than fighting a giant pair of feet. You do hack those legs, but it's just good. Dark Souls 1 had yeah, Demon Souls. Anticlimactic end boss, true. Okay, so this is all the Dark Souls 1 bosses. How do I feel about this? I feel okay. I feel like this list is probably alright. I feel like Ornn and Smough. The only thing that detracts from Ornn and Smough is actually just kind of the jankiness of the fight. You can end up in situations where you just can't fucking win, basically. Like, you know, like you can just end up in that situation where you're just constantly getting blindsided by one or the other, and that's tricky. It's a tricky thing, but it is like the memorable fight. Gargoyle's a superior twin boss in this game. You know, you're not wrong about that. Like, where do I have gargoyles anyways? I have them way down here. Gargoyles should be higher, because gargoyles functionally are an interesting boss. I think Seath has problems because Seath doesn't have a whole lot going on. Quelaag is functional, but like very like eats up your spacing so bad that it's actually kind of obnoxious. Gwen is like at the point where now we're getting into bosses that don't feel functionally good. So I'm gonna move it around a little bit. Yeah, like, you know what? I think, you know what? Gargoyles feel like a really good point for like a solid like B. So you know what? Yeah, still a tutorial boss, but yeah, they're well designed, exactly. I feel like that, yeah, that feels like that rounds out the B tier a little bit better. Everything else here feels pretty good to me. Okay, so from here, the next game we're gonna do. Yeah, pardon me. Oh god, do I do Dark Souls 2 or do I go back to Demon Souls? I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. Which do you want to see? Demon Souls or Dark Souls? Yeah. Like, yeah. I think that's pretty good. Dark Souls 2, Demon Souls. Okay, we got Siemens Doles. Okay, so we got 2 for Demon Souls. One of the better double bosses at not getting hit unfairly. That's actually true too. That like Bell Gargoyles respect you. They respect you, and that's important, really. Like that's something the Four Kings doesn't do, and Ornn and Smo also doesn't do. Yeah. Okay. So we're looking at Demon Souls probably. Let's do Demon Souls. So I haven't played this game since 2010. It would have been like really like early 2010 too. So I haven't played this game in 12 years. So starting from the top, who is the fucking first boss in this game? I wouldn't even be able to. This is the first boss I remember. I remember the Fenlax. Okay, so this boss is a pile of like goopy boys with shields and swords and spears. There's actually a really similar enemy in Demon Souls to this boss in the Painted World. I actually think this boss is super fun. I think it's a really fun boss. So I'm gonna say that like. Tutorial boss is the Vanguard. Oh, okay, right. The Vanguard Demon. So I'm gonna do Fenlax first, though. Fenlax. So we're gonna do it first. I'm gonna say it's actually probably a B. I think it's just a fun fight. Slowly, like it's like peeling an apple. Like it's just enjoyable. There's some like multi-stabbing hit things that it does, which kind of suck, but overall I enjoyed that fight. And it's memorable to me. It's like memorably the first fight in the game for me. Vanguard Demon. I don't see it here. Vanguard Demon. There we go. Okay, so this is essentially Demon Souls Asylum Demon. Here's the difference. Here's the difference in this fight. First of all, it's like I don't want to say easier, but it's kind of easier. I think you're technically meant to like die at this fight. Like if you die, you just get sent into the game. But no, here's the thing about Vanguard Demon that fucking slaps. Vanguard Demon has a cool design. I think the design of this boss is really cool, but I definitely think it's like in the same family as Asylum Demon, Taurus Demon, and Capri Demon. I think I feel comfortable like a high C. Yeah, it shows up later and you can fight it later, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna say high C for now. I think it's a better version of all these bosses here. So yeah, okay. So at this point we kind of just branch off, don't we? We can go in any direction. Let me see. Okay. Now, you know what? Rather than go in the sequence of the game, because I'm not going to remember the sequence, it also branches off. It's a non-linear game. I'm going to say we're going to go with the ones I remember most. I remember Tower Knight. I remember this fight. This fight is interesting. It's the one that really taught me that it really helps if you can just like walk your way, like strafe your way in around an enemy's shield. I remember it fairly well. I feel like it's probably a solid B. I think it's probably a solid B. Yeah, it's fucking iconic. It is. I don't remember a whole lot else going on. I know for a fact that the Demon Souls bosses are gonna probably be my weakest bosses for ranking them. But I think it's a really cool fight. It's a lot like the Iron Golem, where it feels like you're fighting just a really big guy. It teaches you to watch your surroundings. True. Yeah. I feel comfortable. It's hard for me to rate because they're like archetypes now. They kind of are. You're not wrong. You know what? I'm gonna raise Bell Gargoyles up to A tier. I'm gonna put Tower Knight at the bottom of B tier, or the top of B tier. Yeah. So I think that's fair. I vaguely remember Leechmonger. If I'm not mistaken, they actually kind of use this concept again in Dark Souls 2. I vaguely remember this fight. I don't remember a whole lot about it. Just I think it has a command grab. Hey Fail, how you doing? As a command grab or something, I'm gonna say it's probably, I feel like it's in around these ones too, where it's just kind of, generally, like, yeah, I forgot him, yeah, like, it's like the Asylum Demon, Taurus Demon, Vanguard Demon, it's just kind of a general fight, yeah, there's not really a lot to it, as a command grab. I feel like it's better than like these two, but probably about the same as all these ones. So I'm gonna just put a Leechmonger here for now. Let me see. Dirty Colossus actually feels like the Leechmonger, pretty much. If my memory is correct, these two basically are in the same area, and they're very similar. It's really, do you want your boss a little bit more abstract, or do you want me to have leeches? So I'm gonna say, I can't reliably say place this one. It's like probably in around here. It's about the same, I think. Yeah, they're both in the Valley of Defilement, exactly. They both die very fast. Oh shit! What am I thinking? The fucking, it's the Educator. This one. This guy. It's just a big guy in a very small room. I remember this fight. This fight taught me that like you can soften up a boss with your bow. Like this is like a kind of, it's like the Capri Demon where you're using your environment and it's like do what it takes to win. Big boss otherwise. It's kind of interesting just because it's like it's such a large boss in such a small space. Yeah, hey Key, how you doing? It's such a large boss in such a small space, but I feel like it's also distinctly a C tier. Like, maybe even a D tier. Like, it's once again, it's in around here. He's amazing at hitting you, where you were 10 seconds ago. Yeah, he's a slow boy, too. But he's really frustrating early on when you're first learning the game. What else we got here? Okay, we got the Armor Spider, which is honestly kind of like Gwendolyn, where it's just a big hallway and it's mostly just about getting up there and getting in close. This boss also teaches you to fucking use a shield, which is a good thing. It's the worst part is I feel like it's a more memorable fight than Gwendolyn, but definitely like a worse fight, to do. It's not really hard though. Once you know how to do it, it just kind of falls into place. Shield, what is this concept? I know you've never touched a shield in your life. Floppable. Okay, so I'm gonna say Armor Spider. It's more memorable than like some of these, but also like not really that great of a fight. And when you get up close, you get a few hits in, and then you have to like learn to back off and stuff. And there's like a nuance to it. I'm gonna say probably here. It's like, I don't know. This one's weird. It's a weird fight to rate. I can't even put it at like the top of D because it kind of filters into like just a singular concept, but it's slightly better than like these ones, which are all like kind of one-note bosses. What else do I remember? I remember Flame Lurker. Flame Lurker is kind of an interesting boss. It has some elaborate stuff. It's memorable. It's definitely, once again, it's kind of like Ornn Smell, where it's a little bit of Demon Souls, like kind of, it's the boss that like, when you overcome it, you've grown. I think it's actually kind of, I feel like actually it would fit really comfortably in here next to Sanctuary Guardian, kind of a similar thing. It's like fighting an Ifrit. It's, gotta remember when Flame Lurker was a big wall. Yeah. I'm gonna say Flame Lurker is pretty much in here. You know what? I feel like comfortable putting Flame Lurker probably like right in here. I remember having a lot of really annoying AoE, like, AoE attacks though. I still test the best Dark Souls 1 build is Full Havel. I love Full Havel. Bone Wheel Shield for 2 weapons. Oh my god. Jimmy 2 shield build. Let me see what else we got. These ones are a little bit less memorable to me. This one here, I kind of remember. I remember like a little bit of it because it's basically like a healer and her knight. I forget if this one makes you feel like if you're actually a villain or if it just makes you feel like a villain. but it was kind of interesting. I kind of like the two characters, but they're doing distinctly different things. So it kind of feels a little bit like early like proto version of like Bell Gargoyles or Orange Smo, where it's like it's two characters, but there's like she makes you feel like shit. Yeah, I couldn't quite remember, but yeah, but I kind of like the fact that it's like kind of two characters, but they do distinctly different things, which I think is neat. Like it's memorable enough, and I think that there is like a layer to it, so I feel comfortable putting it in around here. Yeah. Okay. Storm King. This is like the gimmick boss. This was the early game gimmick boss, or early series gimmick boss. You needed a special weapon to fight this boss, and it just flies around, and it's dumb. If you don't have the weapon, you're probably just gonna you're just gonna die because you can't really fucking do anything. The Storm King can fucking, it's just like, it's not good. It's just not a good boss. I feel like it's probably in around here. It's just not fun. Okay, here's a good one. This is where we're getting into the good stuff. The Penetrator. The Penetrator actually is probably the game's best boss. I think it's like the most memorable. It's a really fun boss. And it's not just because of the penetration. I think it's a good boss. I think that's an S. I don't think I even have to say anything else. I think everybody agrees that the Penetrator is good. Everybody loves a little bit of Penetrator. Yeah. Primordial Demon. I don't remember this boss at all. Don't remember a damn thing about it. I'm gonna put it down here because I don't remember anything about it. At least the Fire Sage I kind of remembered. And back, phones, all my comments will be delayed. A. I still gotta play Demon Souls eventually. I recommend it. It's actually pretty good. It will feel a little bit dated, but it's not as dated as what a person thinks it is. What happens if, Man-Eater. Okay, so this one's a little bit, once again, it's like the Tyrus Demon. It's like the Capri Demon. I remember this one being quite annoying because it also flies around. So I think it's honestly just a worse version of those. Like, it can fly away and then you're like, damn it. But this is also a boss you can kill through the door, which is kind of interesting. So, Primordial Demon didn't do anything to you, really? No, fair. Probably why I don't remember it. I'm gonna put Man-Eater, like, probably in around here. You know what? I'm gonna put Agitator down here, I think, and I'm gonna move Armor Spider up here. Because I think Armor Spider more memorable, even though it's a kind of it's like a shitty version of Gwendolyn. It's more memorable. The Agitator is just a big guy in a small room. He's really slow, and it's like And honest, like at least the Leechmonger and the Dirty Colossus feel like you're fighting something that's kind of like scaled to you. I'm gonna put the Man-Eater. Like, Man-Eater is a twin boss with an annoyance of yeah, that's a really good way to put it. Yeah, I feel like I'm comfortable putting Man-Eater maybe even down here, because it's like, it is a twin boss, because yeah, the second one appears like halfway through. I'm gonna put it just down here. I feel like it's a twin boss, but it doesn't have like any of the endearing qualities that these other twin bosses have, because it's just two of the same thing, and it's like, it's a tough fight. It's a tough fight, and also the AI is wonky as fuck. Sometimes it just doesn't come back to the arena. Yeah, like it's just, yeah. I feel okay with that. Old Monk with its like twirly. Oh shit, the old era. This fight's pretty cool actually, because he's like the old hero. Sorry, I was like trying to read it. I'm like, wait. I'm like, no, old hero. So old hero is a cool fight because he's like blindfolded or whatever, so he can't really see where you're at, but he can hear you, and you can like bait him to do things, and I think it's a really cool fight. Yeah, he's totally blind. Yeah, and I think it's a really cool fight. I think it's one of the other fights in this game that's quite memorable. Yeah, like I think it's an interesting fight. It's a lot like Priscilla, where it's like there's an interesting like quality about the fight where it's like you have to figure out you can play the boss a little bit. Yeah, it's really yeah, it's a really cool fight. I think it's one of the examples of, even though I do think it's a really easy fight, it's like a really good example of a fight that feels like it's the early roots of like all the really cool bosses in the later games, because it's like it's unique. It's a unique fight. Old Monk. Okay, so Old Monk is just like a guy with like a tornado for a head, if my memory is correct. Aw, Jelly, thank you for the raid. Tornado for a head. I don't remember this fight being particularly interesting. I remember there being a lot of chairs in the room, which I guess is something that I remember. I'm gonna say it's a lot like Pinwheel though. It's kind of just like a guy in a room. I cannot rate Old Hero objectively because the level preceding him is my least favorite section of any Souls game. I always get, I always tilt it. Fair. Jelly, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. How's things going? What are you up to? Oh, shit, this is like, oh, well, we can watch that.
Oh my god. Wait, what? Did they make a are they making a Percy Jackson TV show? Holy shit.
Just a random clip. This is how long it's been since I've used this scene. I forgot about these.
The fire?
Yeah, the clip thing worked on this layout, it did.
Now there's a Percy Jackson TV show, maybe. Oh. And I'm more concerned about the fact that, holy shit, hell yeah.
Oh my goodness. Bioshock, yeah. Here. Let's see. There we go. Typically I don't have those, but yeah. You got one, Jelly. How you doing? How's things going? Yeah. How are you doing? Also, I don't know if I ever did this. It reminded, sorry, just gonna do this real quick. There we go. I'm positive I have, but it just crossed my mind all of a sudden. I have not. You're followed now. There. Get followed. Get followed on. Alright, so, but yeah, Demon Souls servers went down. It really killed Old Monk fight, because it's really fun when it was other players invading, being the Old Monk boss itself, true. Yeah, that's like the one like kind of nuance of it, is that when it actually worked and you could fight other people, that was kind of interesting, but you make more clips. Aw, yeah. Anyways, but you're streaming good? You're streaming good, Jelly? Yeah, what were you playing? What were you doing? You know, I think I might have missed the message. PS5 version still is functional Monk, true, but that also involves having $600, which is that's a tricky hurdle. Very chill stream? Ah, good. It's just drying an apple slime girl off. Very good. Excellent. Apple slime. I'm about it. Okay. Dragon God. I remember this boss just slightly. If my memory is correct, it's basically just hitting 2 switches and then punching him in the chin twice. It's kind of like, it's a better version of Bed of Chaos, but it's like still not like a really good fight, I guess. It's just like kind of, yeah. It's a better version of Bed of Chaos. That's all it is. Old Monk is a neat idea and all, but you're totally forfeiting quality control with that premise. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I'll leave it there though, because when it does work, it is fun. Blue Dragon. I actually don't remember the Blue Dragon. I don't remember this being a boss fight. I don't remember the Red Dragon either. I don't remember either of these. I remember a dragon. I don't remember either of them at all. That sucks. I would like to. Standing there hitting him with arrows for half an hour for both dragons. Oh, that's probably why I don't remember them, so I'm gonna put them both in here then. At least I remembered the Fire Sage after mentioning it. Fool's Idol. Another boss I don't really remember. Yeah. My vaguest memory of this is that it's kind of like Pinwheel, isn't it? She's like Pinwheel, but I just don't remember her. I mean, technically, I remember her vaguely, but I can't really say I remember enough to review her, I guess. Old King, yeah. So, this guy, I do remember him being kind of interesting overall, but less than Penetrator and Old Hero. I feel okay putting him probably in around A tier. I remember the fight like slightly, and I remember having like some footsies. He has like big swings, so Fool's Idol is a Pinwheel clone with Seth's immortality gimmick. Right, you have to kill a thing that's like elsewhere, isn't it? Like you kill that and then she just dies, right? Like, yeah, except you have to beat her gimmick before entering the area. Right. So, you know what? I do kind of remember enough. I feel comfortable saying that, like, otherwise she's not hittable, right? Yeah. I'm gonna say probably down here with Storm King then. Right. Okay. Old King. I remember him being alright. I do remember not enjoying the fight as much as Penetrator and Old Hero, but I remember the fight being like okay. I don't really feel like there was much else going on there. Nothing. I do kind of feel like I remember being better than Gwen though, or like more enjoyable. I'll put him there. And this is just like the slime version or whatever you want to call this, I guess. I don't remember this being. Yeah, you gotta get you soul sucked. I thought you could beat her, but it doesn't let you progress. She revives when you leave. Oh, do I have them mixed up? Is this the good version that's fun? Oh, maybe I have them mixed up then. Yeah. Okay. So this is because I remember. Do I know? Because I remember like you fight him in a big like. Old King is the slime boy. You hit twice. Yeah, so this is the slime boy. And this is... Oh, the Old King is the slime... Oh, is the names mixed up on them? Yeah. Old King... Wait, no, I'm wrong. I was about to say, because the picture is the old slime boy. Because the slime boy, you just hit twice and he's done. There's nothing to this fight, as far as my memory goes, so... I'm gonna say it's at least better than these ones here. No, the game is the mixed up. It calls the real guy the false king and the fake guy. Okay. So I'm gonna just restore it back to where it was. I remember this fight being a little bit maybe more interesting than Gwen, but yeah. So yeah, okay. So slime boy that you hit twice, like there's nothing to that fight, so we'll just put him down here. It's kind of like ceaseless discharge. We did it. That's Demon Souls. All right. How are we doing for time? We're 2 hours in. Yeah. Okay. This is it, everybody. Are you ready for Dark Souls 2? Jesus Christ, who are all these guys? Jeez. Oh god. I'm like, there's so many. So many bosses. Holy shit, so many. Okay, let me see here. Let me see. So we got... I'm trying to think of which one I fought first. I feel like it's this one here. This is, I think, the one that's just like a guy with a shield. And it's like a circular room with like a drop off. I think this is it. This is Dear People where Elden Ring got its main idea from. Yeah, this Dark Souls 2 is a precursor to Elden Ring for sure. Yeah, there's no question. Crown Watcher. Oh god damn, I don't remember half these. Might have to like just quickly take a look at some of these. This one I actually might need a list for. Oddly enough, I felt more mentally in touch with the Demon Souls bosses. Now that I look at the Dark Souls 2 bosses, it's like, oh, shit, who are all these? I think we'll probably just do it by memory again. We'll just like try and go that way with it. Okay, here we go. So the Dragon Rider is the one I'm thinking of. So, Dragon Rider. Glass. Yeah. To be fair, Dex Looking Glass Knight, which is one of the best dudes in armor bosses. There's a few random bosses in the middle of nowhere. It does. Dragon Rider, there it is. It was down in the DLC bosses. Okay, Dragon Rider. It's honestly, this is just like fighting a regular enemy. Just they happen to own a house. Once again, it's kind of in the middle C tier bosses. I think it's like the problem is it's like less memorable than all these. Less memorable than all these, but it's like the boss that kind of teaches you like the gist of it. So we're gonna like maybe go here-ish, I guess. Okay, we're just gonna go with the ones we remember first. That'll like help me like sift through them faster. The Royal Rat, this isn't much of anything. I think it's down here in the like Ceaseless Discharge tier, where it's just like these bosses generally don't like, yeah. I'm gonna put the Royal Rat down here. I don't remember this boss being particularly interesting. It's just a really big rat. So, I feel like that's fair. Maybe slightly better than the Slime King. Just to send a message, both bosses in that area are half of a double boss. That's true, you're right. Scorpionus, Old Iron King, Smelter Demon. Oh, I remember Smelter Demon quite well. Serpent on the top of the windmill. So I do remember some of these. Oh, actually, I'm putting the Chariot down. I'm putting the Chariot down right away because I don't think I ever really get a firm beat on this boss. Can I get you to do I will absolutely do a Monster Hunter tier list. In fact, I can do one this week maybe. I'm gonna put the Chariot like probably down here-ish. I know there's probably a trick to this fight, but I remember being like I don't know, I just was not like vibing with this fight. It's the thrill of getting hit by a car like over and over. I'm gonna say probably here. Let's think about the Chariot as the segment. Yes, you're right. Royal Rat sucks. The one that poisons you are the problem. Yeah. Okay, this boss here. Okay, so this is the like sort of Medusa-esque boss. It's a Serpent Lady. She's on top of a windmill. She is in a pool of poison, unless you drain the pool of poison. So she's kind of a little bit, I guess, like the Fool's Idol that we were talking about, but like a better version of that because you can actually fight her in the poison. And I, in fact, did fight her in the poison. I'm actually gonna put her kind of like up here-ish. I feel like that's a comfortable place. Like, she's kind of a shitty boss to fight in the poison, and she doesn't have a lot of unique moves, but like, there's like something about like the fight that's kind of memorable, and she's like kind of overall fun. Like, she has kind of nice telegraphing on her moves and stuff like that. What else? Let me like, you know what? I'm just gonna roll down this list. I'm gonna pair it with this so I can have like a bigger picture, because it'll probably spark my memories a little bit. The Last Giant. I don't remember. I remember, but I don't remember being a particularly like special fight. It's like, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's nothing too wild. Just a big guy that does some big swings. I'm gonna put like the Last Giant maybe here. All right. Oh, you know what? Here we go. Here's what we need. Let's fucking. Yeah, the best part about her, Jester Thompson. Fucking immobilizing her. The best thing about him is his lore. Yes. Yeah. Okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do the Pursuer. Okay, so the Pursuer I actually think is kind of tight. I like the idea of just a fucking knight that's just carried by an eagle around the game to fight you over and over. It's a fight that's kind of interesting because like there's not a lot of Souls bosses that actually are multiple fights broken up over a long period. Like, I think there's a little bit of like Mega Man X Vile energy like to this fight where it's just like you're given a rival. You're given a rival. This is your fucking Gary Oak of Dark Souls. Wait, is this confirmed? Are they the same giant? because the last giant and the giant lord, you travel back in time to beat the shit out of, then start the game. He's the tutorial boss. He gets so desperate he rips his own arms off. I remember that. Yeah, another very Bloodborne-y thing. Wasn't the last giant actually a deteriorated version of the King of Giants in the past? Yeah, I think it's the same guy. I feel comfortable actually putting the Pursuer kind of up here-ish. I like the Pursuer a lot actually. It's kind of a fun fight, and I just think the concept, like I said, the concept is good. I'm gonna put the Pursuer up here. I think that's fair, more than fair. All right, let me see. Okay, we got the Chariot, Skeleton Lords. I don't remember the Skeleton Lords. It's kind of funny because you'd think that like these would be the ones that like I'm realizing like now that it's like Dark Souls 2 that I don't remember like as well as I thought, because I only played Dark Souls 2 like, I guess it's probably 8 years ago now, 7 years ago. It's been a while. Pursuer is very much like the most players because it carries around a ton of weapons, but only uses a big sword. True. Pursuer, good skeleton boss. I don't remember this one. This one's a mystery. I can't come up with any thoughts of what this boss is, so I'm gonna put it down here. Okay, so Smelter Demon, big demon, big pool of water, whatever, lava. It's in an arena, isn't it? Or am I thinking of the... No, that's the Smelter Demon. I actually kind of like this fight. This fight made me like work and learn, and it was interesting. I think Smelter was kind of... Yeah, I feel comfortable putting Smelter in here, actually. Yeah, I feel like Smelter's deserving. Scorpion is Snaka. I've never fought this fight where I wasn't OP, so I don't really... Like, my memory of this fight is also kind of weird. I'm gonna say probably like the Capri Demon. It's kind of in around here, so it's like a good idea. Is great encounters, fundamentally broken core design. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's a lot of under developed bosses in Dark Souls 2. Like, had they had like a little bit more polish on each of these bosses, it could have really like made the game pop so much more. All right. Oh, here's one I actually do kind of like a lot, and it's an interesting idea. I remember the boss being kind of annoying to fight at times, but I remember it being really cool. Where is it? This one, the flexible sentry. This thing is just like an interesting concept because it's just two guys like stuck together, and it's like, this is weird. I'm like, this is just a weird fucking boss. Yeah, I feel like the bosses, underdeveloped bosses and others. Oh, there is underdeveloped bosses in other Souls games too, for sure. Like, I just kind of love that they're just two guys stuck together, doing their best, you know. It's a double boss, but also a single boss too, which there's not that many of those on this list. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I can put it there. Okay. So let's like pick up our speed a little bit. Lost Sinner is a good boss. Lost Sinner is, once again, it's a case of a boss that's pretty decent overall. I remember there being like, yeah, like there's things to definitely learn in this fight. I feel like Lost Sinner is just a really one-on-one fight. Yeah, like I feel like, honestly, the more I think about this fight, the more I'm just like, yeah, like I feel like I could put it right in around here. I feel like this is actually okay. I feel like maybe these three kind of are all kind of in around the same place for me. I like the Iron Golem a lot though, but I know that's like a lot of bias on my part. It stands menacingly. Oh, we have two Smelter Demons. We have the red one and the blue one. I've clearly forgot that there was two. Belfry Gargoyles, Rune Sentinels. Okay. Rune Sentinels is actually pretty good. It's also one of the series' first. It's actually, I think, the first triple boss in the series. Something that would come back for Bloodborne. Where are they? Rune Sentinels. It's a triple fight, and you know what? It's a triple fight, but I never found it like overwhelming. I think it was actually a really nicely balanced triple fight. I'm gonna actually say that. I'm gonna say right in around here. Okay. Counter. You fight the first one 1v1. You can. That's true. Let me see. Who else? We got the Belfry Gargoyles, which is, I guess, technically a boss that I don't remember. Royal Rat Vanguard? I don't remember that. Shit. There's a lot of bosses here that are like kind of overlapped, aren't they? Belfry Gargoyles. This one's essentially just like a do-over of like these gargoyles, but I remember them being like less interesting. Actually, there might be 3 of these too. I forget. I don't know. I just remember it being like less memorable than the one in Dark Souls 1. I'm gonna put it probably. I can't reliably really rate this one. I don't remember the fight well enough, but I do. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Stinky Stiff. Oh, I remember. Yes, it's the one that has. It's a rat with a knife, isn't it? Yeah. Let me like look. There's so many here that I just don't remember. There's so many bosses in Dark Souls 2, you know? Giant Lord. And you know what? You know what's actually noticeable is there's a lot of bosses, like looking at the list now, that like double up. Like, where it's like multiple ideas, or like it's multiple versions of kind of the same boss. It's something that like Elden Ring does too. Weapons are just Sif, like, oh, okay. Maybe it doesn't have a knife then. The Duke's yeah. This one's a big spider. I remember this one taking a few tries. There's a lot of little spiders in the room, which are kind of annoying. It's kind of memorable, but also it's kind of in the same range as like Four Kings and Nito, I think. I'm gonna put it like in here, but I'm gonna maybe put it between the two of them. It's kind of in the same boat. It's a spider, which means I should inherently not like it, but yeah. I'll give it a little bit of credit because I do remember the fight. I wish Dark Souls 2 was made for this. Oh, it would be nice. That'd be a really good game to be ported to the Switch. Okay, so the Rotten. Okay, this is one I do remember. This is actually the one that's very similar to like Dirty Colossus and Leechmonger. I think it's a better version of both those bosses. I believe it has a command grab, which makes it a little bit more interesting. I'm gonna say actually this is probably a good spot for it. Twin Dragon Riders. So this is just a 2-fight of the Dragon Rider. It's just 2 of them. I think it's literally fighting 2 of them. There's like no fucking. It's just if you can beat 1, can you beat 2? Let's see. Or Corvus Demon. That one's the one that's in the room below the Snake Lady. I don't remember this guy being particularly interesting. I'm gonna say he's probably in around Leechmonger tier. I'm gonna say probably maybe slightly better, maybe worse. Actually, I feel like she should go up. She's like, she's got at least a little bit. She's a little bit more fun than like some of these ones. Fierce Boss theme is a fucked up version of the Dragon Rider theme, which is cool thematically because it's a fucked up dragon. Makes sense. Yeah. Looking Glass Knight, Demon of Song. Demon of Song is the one that's kind of like a big frog, isn't it? Yeah. That one's creepy. I'm like, I don't remember it being a particularly good fight either. I feel like I can put it down here comfortably. Like, maybe down here. Like, I just don't remember it being an interesting fight, you know? Just like thinking about this. Yeah, because, okay, so looking at some of these. This is a fight I don't remember. I kind of vaguely remember because it's right before Vendrick, I believe. This one here I don't remember. Prowling Magus. This one's kind of like in that kind of graveyardy area, isn't it? It's just like it's kind of like the fight with from Demon Souls, where you're fighting the maiden and Asteria, yeah, is a group of bosses. Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's I guess a less memorable version of it. I just have like the softest like memories of this fight. I know it's better than these two, so I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put it there. So okay, so yeah. It's funny because even though I don't remember the fight that well, there's a lot of moments that I'm like, I remember it at least being better than this. So there's that. I'm gonna say, so the next is this one, Big Axe Boy, or like, it's like a mace or something. It's a stick. It's a fight and it's not great. Yeah. Yeah. It's fighting an entire church. This one here, I remember this fight having like some kind of more elaborate things to learn and do, which was kind of cool. So I can appreciate that. I feel like I can put it probably in around here somewhere, probably more right here even. So what do we get next? So get Throne Watcher and Throne Defender. That's right before the final boss. Then we're getting into the DLC bosses. So Old Iron King. Oh, this is the second half of fighting. It's the other boss you fight after the flame, or not flame lurker, Smelter Demon. It's the second half. It's a half a Smelter Demon, so it's not fighting the full Smelter Demon, which honestly has some shitty AoE. I'm gonna put it back one. Like, this is a fun fight. This fight can be hard. Yeah, hard in like an unappealing way. I'm actually gonna put it down a couple. I'm gonna. That's some shitty AoE. Smelter, no smelting. Okay, so this is like the half version of it. This fight's kind of like fighting Ceaseless Discharge if Ceaseless Discharge was good. So I'm actually gonna say, it has some shitty fireball AoE though too, and I think he can kind of step away from you in a way that like, it's like, come back and fight me. He can end up in some like unappealing places. Like he can end up kind of in a weird spot. If I'm not mistaken, like he can end up like kind of stepped out, so it's like you can't really hit him easily with like a long weapon. But he has some interesting stuff. He has some really annoying fireballs. I'm gonna say he's probably in around Nito tier. I feel the more I look at this, the more I'm like, damn, I put Nito down here and I put Seath up here. What the fuck is wrong with me? Like 4 kings and Seath. Yeah. Goodbye Ceaseless Discharge standards is still, yeah, mediocre overall, agreed. Yeah, like it's like at least memorable. I do remember it, so I'm gonna put it in with Nito, I guess. It seems like a good spot. I'm actually gonna put Vanguard down a little bit because I don't remember how elaborate the fight is, and I feel like it's kind of similar to like the last Giant, where it's you know, more the code. Why is this your playlist? I'm sobbing. Oh, this is I'm listening to No Life Radio, or not No Life Radio. I'm listening to this is our radio station, so this is Game Chops. So if you want Game Chops, I can give you the here's the radio station. Sorry. There we go. Okay, moving on. Looking Glass Knight. I remember Looking Glass Knight being a tough fight, but it was rewarding. It was a lot like Ornn and Smo, where it's like kind of this is kind of like Dark Souls 2's wall boss, if my memory is correct. Like it takes some work to overcome this boss, but when you do, it feels really good. Yeah. So, I'm gonna say probably in around here. I remember being pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, he's a pretty good boss. I do remember the lightning attacks being really annoying though, so like I kind of feel like that pulls it down for me compared to like the Lost Sinner and Pursuer. Oh, we got a premium yeah here. All right, one premium yeah coming right up. I'm like, yeah. There you go. Oh, it's way over. Just one sec. Yeah. There. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That was pretty good. There we go. Okay. Zafra. Oh. I gotta move that. I don't use this particular scene very often, so... Where is it? Where is it? I gotta move it now. No, that's the chat. How did that get moved? Yeah. There. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Move that. We'll move the chat back. There we go. Okay. So I think we're doing pretty good so far. Giant Lord. This is the one you fight in the past, isn't it? This is the one that's like the Giant Lord but doesn't tear off its arms. And it's kind of a big one. I don't remember it being distinctly like different outside. I think it holds a weapon. Sometimes forget how lovely your model is. Aw, thank you. I feel like Giant Lord is kind of a good solid C tier, if my memory's correct. I feel like there's a lot of like attacking its feet though. It's a foot boss. Vendrick. Vendrick's really good. I remember this fight being really fun. I'm definitely gonna put Vendrick up here somewhere. So it's an elaborate fight. He's just a really old king. It's kind of just a cool guy. I think Vendrick actually fits in here pretty well at the top of A tier. Honestly, I could put Vendrick in S. I feel kind of okay putting Vendrick in S. Like, kind of has a little bit of it all going on. Not bad. Very tall though, so yeah, it's smacking the feet. Yeah. Guardian Dragon. I don't remember the Guardian Dragon so well. It's kind of funny because you'd think the dragons would be more memorable, but when it's just a dragon somewhere, I don't know. This doesn't remember this one. I'm gonna put in unmemorable. I can't believe we have 3 dragons in unmemorable. How do you even fucking do that? Ancient Dragon is the one that's a little bit more mobile though, isn't it? It's a little bit more like fighting Calamite, but like a more like watered down version, isn't it? I love Vendrick's reveal because it's kind of like, yeah, yes, exactly, floppable, exactly. You keep hearing the mythical king, but then you find out he's just hollowed, right? Yeah, he's just an empty shell, exactly. Like, and that's the thing that like makes him work really well, because like he's just like, he really is just a better version of these two down here. The Ancient Dragon, I remember being kind of like Calamite if I'm remembering this right thing, but I remember being like a watered down version of Calamite. Like, I don't know. Like, it's there. I'm gonna say it's probably in around Sanctuary Guardian. I feel okay putting it in around here. If it's what I'm thinking of. Wait a minute. Is this a DLC boss? This is a DLC boss, isn't it? Where is it? No, this is the dragon that's in the bird cage. This is the dragon that's in the bird cage. There's so many fucking things in this game. It's the dragon that's in the bird cage. That is, yeah, it's actually probably about right, actually. Yeah, okay. Dark Lurker. Dark Lurker. This is another one that's like... Oh, this one's like the Four Kings. This is like the Four Kings. Let me see. This one was like the Four Kings, but it was like a more annoying version of them because they were kind of like, It was like the Four Kings if they could do so much more. I think that's what it was like. This boss will fuck you up. Yeah, this boss is actually really scary. I'm gonna say it's like, because here's the thing with the Four Kings boss. The Four Kings kind of works because they can't all do like a lot of different things. They can only really do a couple different attacks, which kind of helps balance out the fact that there's like, you might be dealing with multiple of them. The Dark Lurker, if my memory is correct, actually has a fair amount of like magic and stuff, and it just can be really like taxing to fight this boss. I'm gonna say it's probably a better version of Four Kings, but like probably only just, but it's also fucked up and hard, so I'm putting it in C tier. I'm just like, eh. Throne Watcher and Throne Defender. These two are right before the final boss. I think, if my memory is correct, they're not like the most wild thing, but they're a pretty good double boss, if my memory is correct. You know, it makes me realize Dark Souls 2 has a lot of good double bosses in it. I'm gonna say it's probably right in around here. I'm gonna say probably right here. I don't remember them being super hard, but I remember them being enjoyable. You know what? I'll put them right here. Yeah, definitely better than Seath, I think. The final boss. Honestly, Dark Souls 2 is good. Actually, starting to become an acceptable take. Yeah, like that's the thing, is the people that like didn't like the game probably dropped it pretty quick and just kind of moved on from it. Okay, so here's my like Dark Souls 2 take. Dark Souls 2 is like the fast food of the Soulsborne series. It's got a whole bunch of it has a whole lot of stuff. It's not the highest quality stuff, but it's a lot of stuff. And you get a good bang for your buck, basically, in Dark Souls 2. Is it like eating, is it high dining? Not really, no. And if you treat it like you're expecting like the world, you're gonna probably leave unsatisfied. But like, if you go in knowing that you're playing the McDonald's of Dark Souls, like, it's not bad. I can't believe I said the McDonald's of Dark Souls. Okay, this fight here, I think it's just a solid fight. I don't think it's really like elaborate. It's got enough to be interesting, but it's not like it's not super great. It's just like, it's an okay final boss. It's not like epic in the way that I'd hope, but it's alright. Oh, here we go, the Grave Robbers. I remember this boss here. It's once again three guys, but they're in a mine maze this time, which is weird. This fight, for people that know what I'm talking about, it essentially feels like you have the Benny Hill theme playing the whole time when you're fighting this boss, because it's just like, it's a weird situation where the boss, there's three of them that can't always quite track to you correctly, so they're all just running around. It's a little bit of Scooby-Doo Mansion, where it's like they're all just running around, everybody's going in different doors, and eventually you all just kind of run into each other, and someone probably falls to their death at some point. And it's like it's probably the worst three boss here, but like not like, it's not terrible, but I feel like I could probably put it like right in here, maybe. Yeah, time for the gang squad. Chicken nuggets. I think both times Elden Ring are letting people talk lovingly about Dark Souls 2, really. Like, when I finish Dark Souls 2, I guarantee you can actually go find the footage of me finishing Dark Souls 2, which you can, it's out there, it's on YouTube, of me finishing Dark Souls 2, and I liked the game. I liked it the whole way through. The only thing I didn't like was the Spider Church. So we're down to the Dark Souls 2 bosses, or DLC bosses, I think, at this point. I don't remember this rat. It's another rat. I'm gonna put it next to the other rat. Two rats together. Rat in each hand. Okay, so I'm like looking at this. I'm like, wait a minute, I forgot this thing. This is the blobby version of the final boss. This is the blobby version of the final boss, isn't it? I think I remember it being distinctly less interesting than the than like her skeleton form, her like Reaper form. She's like, you know what, Nishandra, she's like a sexy version of Nito, who's also a sexy version of Nito. Nito's also sexy, but like I feel like I remember this fight being more interesting to me. This is like the, I guess, this one feels weird to me because I feel like it's just a different form of this boss, but I might be wrong. Different guy, but yeah, okay, different guy. Okay, take a look at it again. Oh, now that I see like the face, I see the face. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know, being like, welcome to the bone zone. Yeah. I mean, this, I'm gonna say it's probably in around the giant, probably. I vaguely remember it. Okay. What? There's another Smelter Demon? The blue Smelter Demon. It's the Smelter Demon. I can only put it next to the Smelter Demon, I think. That's, I think, fair. I don't remember the difference between the blue version. Okay, so the DLC bosses I do remember a little bit better. There's a lot of really good DLC bosses in this game. For people that don't know, Dark Souls 2's DLC is like top shelf. It's extremely good. Like, it's the best part of the game for sure. There's no question. Let's see. Okay, I do remember that boss. I'm just like looking. Yeah, it's the queen with the axe. I do remember this fight. I don't remember a lot about it, but I remember it enough to say that it's probably in around here. Probably about here, honestly. Yeah, the DLC is very good. This guy, samurai armor, fucking tight. This guy's a fun fight. I enjoyed this fight a lot. I don't actually know much about the lore, but I'm gonna put him in S. It's just a really fun fight. It's just a good, solid, like, Dark Soulsy fight. Actually, this one's the dragon that's in the DLC. This one I just have a vague memory of. I don't remember it super well. I feel like I can put it probably, once again, in around here. A lot of, probably, maybe even a little bit lower. Ancient Dragon was the one in the birdcage. This was a more fun dragon to fight, so, you know what? I'm gonna put it right about here, I think. Foom Knight's also very fun. A really hard boss, though. I remember really having a hard time with this boss, but more fun, tougher, also really fun, and also good lore-wise. You know what? I'm moving Vendrick up. I think Vendrick is really cool, but you never forget your first penetrator, so I'm gonna leave penetrator there. The King's Pets. This is just some wolves, if I'm not mistaken. It's like fighting two wolves. Yeah. No, these are the tigers. These are the tigers, isn't it? These are the tigers, and it's cool snow tigers, which is pretty tight. So, this is actually a really tough fight, though. It's a really tough fight. And Fendrick isn't the hardest boss ever, but just, yeah, the best anti-climax boss from... Yes, I would agree. Yeah. There's two tigers inside you, yes. And... So here's the thing. Here's the thing with this boss is, if my memory is correct. There's two tigers, and they use Priscilla's invisibility mechanic. So there's like a element of that you can't always see them, I think. And that being a factor, and there being actually there isn't two of them. There's just one. It's just one tiger, but it's invisible sometimes, isn't it? I'm thinking of the next one over, the other King's Pets. I'm conflating the wolves and the tigers, aren't I? Or is it just 2 tigers? It's 2 tigers. This is like the same fight. You fight 1 and then you fight 2, isn't it? You fight 1 and then you do a fight where there's like 2 of them. It's actually surprising how many high ranked. Yeah, no, I think the like there's like I think the pure quantity helps a little bit, but I gotta find these. Just one sec, because this is the one part of the DLC I don't think I liked very much though, was the snow area. Yeah, it's just 2 tigers. So you fight 1, which is like it'll be invisible, and then you fight the 2, which aren't invisible, I think, which is probably the weak point of the DLC. Where did I drop my tiger? I dropped the tiger here. The thing I disliked about this fight was invisibility, but they also cast a lot, if I'm not mistaken, so minus the invisibility gimmick, reinforcing the gimmickiness. I'm gonna say it's probably, I initially liked I liked the double fight, but the single fight I remember being really annoyed by because I found the invisibility annoying, and just the implementation isn't as good as Priscilla. Like, I'm gonna say probably, I'm gonna actually put it maybe in D tier. It fucking sucks because it's a fucking tiger and that's cool, but I'm gonna, you know what? It's kind of like Maneater, my eyes. So Lud and Zalin, this is a double fight. It's the same fight as Ava without the shitty invisibility mechanic, like Duke said. So it's more to the like meat of the fight, but I do remember it being a really tough fight too, because they're very aggressive. Like these 2 are very hard to fight like with each other. So I'm gonna say it's probably in around here. It's better, but it's like, it's better. I'm gonna put it right here. You know what? Because it's memorable in its own way. It's really hard though, but it's less gimmicky. But no, it's a sucky fight sometimes. I'm like, it's still a C tier. Burnt Ivory King. Oh gosh. Oh, I remember this fight. This fight was intense. This fight was really intense. I remember there being like kind of a gimmick to this fight, but I don't really remember what it was so well. But I do remember liking the fight, and I definitely liked it. Probably more in like this range, in around Calamite, Manus, I think. And Old Dragon Slayer, which is, it's Ornn. It's just Ornn. It's just Ornn by himself. What do you rate Ornn without Smo? I guess it's yeah. Ivory King was my favorite fight. Fight in the series until Elden Ring dethroned it. There's like a, let me take a look, just to refresh my memory. Because like I remember the fight being really cool because it feels like it's just like, it's so dialed up. Like there's epic fights in the series, but this fight is like just like intensely epic. Yeah, he has the cool like fucking beam sword, doesn't he? He's the gimmick in the fight is leading a fighting army into battle against another army. Right. That's what it was, because you start the fight and you fight all the guys and then you fight him. Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty good fight. I think I have to move that up the list because it was definitely enjoyable. I think I can comfortably put it like, yeah, I'll move it right there. It's not a lot higher for me, but it's a little bit higher. Okay, Dark Souls 2's done. That one took a little bit. So from here on out, these bosses I know. There's no more guesswork. Okay, so starting at the beginning of Bloodborne, let's go. Cleric Beast. Cleric Beast is a fucking swipey boy. It's also pretty sexy. We're on fire now. Are you ready? Are you ready for some fucking sick bosses? Cause we're into Bloodborne. This is where things get hype. Cleric Beast. This is a strong start. This guy is like, it's basically like starting your game with Manus, basically, except without some bullshit projectiles and shit. So this fight, even though you just kind of hack away at his feet, I think it's either a bottom of the A tier or like solid. You know what? I feel comfortable putting him above. You know what? We're moving fucking Gwen down below Bell Gargoyles. We're moving Cleric Beast up here. I feel good about this. I like Cleric Beast. I think it's a cool fight. It's like the perfect execution of the Asylum Demon and where is it? The Vanguard Demon. It's a perfect execution of that. It's not that hard of a fight, but it jumps over the thing, or like it jumps over the like buildings and basically just lands on the bridge and is ready to fuck you up. And it is just like a wow fight. And amazingly, you don't even have to fucking do it. So it's just like, okay, next up. Where is it? Where is he? Father Gascoigne. Technically, for a lot of people, the first wall in the game. This guy does not hold back. He punches hard, and he's a mix of fighting a human and a beast. And it's a good balance. He has a nice little like twist, which is that he beasts out. When you fight him when he's just like a human, it's a cool fight. When you fight him when he's a beast, it's also a pretty cool fight. I think he's definitely at least as good as he's at least better than the Bell Gargoyles, I think. And I think better than Looking Last Night. Yeah, I feel better than Looking Last Night. Yeah, Gascoigne. Yeah. Daddy Gas Can. Yes. So, next up on the list, I'm gonna do Bloodstarved Beast because this one is actually the third boss I fought. Invest in Gascoigne today. This is the third boss I fought in the game. This is the boss that actually really fucking this is the boss I died to most in the whole fucking game. No question. I spent maybe. I spent like hours fighting this boss and then only to find out you don't even have to fight it right away or anything like that. You don't even have to fight it at all. So Bloodstarved Beast. I like the first half of this fight. The first half of this fight is pretty okay. The second half, when he starts like bleeding you out when you're basically you get status effect just by being near his attacks, even if they don't hit you, that's where this fight starts to go downhill. And given how early you can encounter this guy in the game, you won't have enough built up natural resistances that you're gonna get bled out really hard by this guy. I think he's cool, but I'm pretty like, if you encounter him early in the game, he's near impossible for what feels like shitty reasons. And if you encounter him later in the game, he's like pretty average. He's a less cool like Cleric Beast. So I'm gonna put him probably in around here. I think that's like probably fair. I'm gonna split the difference. Okay, so next up on the list would be probably Amelia. Why the hell is Brainsucker considered a boss? I don't remember that. I'm like, I don't remember. Oh, it's in the Chalice dungeons, that's why. Amelia is a top shelf boss, no question. Also my waifu. She's excellent. She has everything a good boss has. She's beastly, but she's still got very like, it's funny because like Gascoigne starts out human, turns into a beast. Amelia also does that, but you can tell that she's still got very human qualities about her movements. She's not just like completely like a mindless beast like how Gascoigne kind of is. Like Amelia has a level of control, and she has fucking like, she can heal herself, and she's got beautiful white fur, and sharp teeth, and she's beautiful. Amelia is definitely top shelf. Good, like, I can't really say like lore wise like the things that make Amelia good, but like I think she's just a good character. I feel it. Okay, so how's everybody doing? How is everyone? Am I going too fast for Bloodborne? Probably not. I've been at this for hours. Let me see. Who is next? The Witch of Hamwick. This is... Okay, so the Witch is an interesting one because she's basically like Pinwheel, if Pinwheel is slightly more engaging. I think... She's not the most engaging boss, but I feel like she's an enjoyable... I feel like she's an enjoyable version of, like, Pinwheel and, like, a little bit of the Four Kings and Dark Lurker, but she's like enjoyable mostly because like she has the energy when you take a swing at her of hitting like a bag full of wet laundry. That sounds disgusting, but like she is disgusting. C tier. Okay, so let me see who is next. Slorp. Shadows of Yharnam. This is a triple boss. This is a triple boss. Shadows of Yharnam are interesting and also very, very aggressive. It's not the series' first triple boss, but I think it's the best executed triple boss in the series. I think, but I don't think it's like dramatically better than the Rune Sentinels. It's a really good boss, so when you take one down and you get that like edge and you slowly climb over, it's wide open area makes it very manageable, yeah. And there's a nice little like divot on one side that you can circle around a pillar. I'm gonna say probably like in here-ish. I feel like it's a good B. It's like, yeah. I feel like the snake thing at the very end, the last one that casts the big snakes, kind of annoying, but otherwise it's like fine. All right, so Rom. Rom is a weird one because I think Rom's design, it's a big spider, which kind of sucks, but I think Rom is like, I think it's also like a C tier, honestly. I think it's just, Rom isn't really that interesting to fight. It's kind of like working, so. It's like worse than Four Kings, worse than that spider. I'm gonna Rom is just, and Rom. The thing about Rom too is like you get near him and like Rom will flop, and at like high cycles that just instantly kills, which makes the fight very like kind of really, really bad. I'm gonna say maybe here. I'm gonna say mid C. Okay. Next up, let me see. I'm gonna I guess we could do some of Merciless Watchers. Merciless Watchers? Like this is actually, I think this is a Chalice boss, but so, okay, it's these guys. Okay, I know them. Okay. I was like, who's these? It's the big guys in the Chalice dungeons. They definitely have like Asylum Demon, like Dirty Colossus energy. I don't think they're particularly interesting. They're like, they have a couple attacks and that's about it. And they have like a grab, I think. It's another one, Descendant. Okay, this guy's actually pretty cool. I remember this guy. He's pretty cool. And actually, these are both like essentially like kind of the same type, basically. They're fast, swingy boys. They have like enough depth to them to be interesting, so. I'm gonna put him next to Smelter Demon. I feel like that's pretty comfortable. I'm pretty sure these two are kind of very similar. Watchdog is another Chalice dungeon boss. Watchdog I actually think is kind of like a mixture of Quelaag and Sif, and it's a better version. I think it's a more interesting version than Quelaag, but I don't think it's nearly as epic as Sif, but it's still pretty good. So I'm gonna say probably right in here. I'm gonna say the Watchdog is kind of, I enjoy it more than the Shadows of Yharnam, but like I'm gonna say right here. That feels comfortable to me. B tier. All right. Maneater Boar. This is considered a boss. How is this considered a boss? It's in the Chalice dungeons. I'm gonna just put this down here. D for pig. Iron Silver Piece. God, I kind of forgot how many like are just like Chalice bosses. Keeper of the Old Lords. Brain Sucker. Brain Sucker can fucking. I don't want to finish that sentence. I'm gonna put it down under Ceaseless Discharge because it grosses me out. I'm like, eh. And it's basically just an enemy. Let's be real. Okay. So I'm actually just gonna look this up because honestly, our problem right now is the Chalice bosses. I don't remember them quite so well because I've done like a million playthroughs of Bloodborne, but I don't always do the Chalice dungeons. Keeper of the Old Lords. Oh, that's a pretty good boss. It's actually a pretty decent Chalice boss. What's up, White? Keeper of the Old Lords. She's like the closest you get to fighting a caster boss, really. Other than maybe like Mikolash. Got another email from Vendrick. I sent it to your Discord. Okay. I'm gonna say probably high B. This fight was pretty good. Yeah, I'll put it in high B. Okay. Let me take a look. Right. Oh, that's pretty good. I can't do it. No. That 50 too much. That is very good though. Beast Possessed Soul. This is the werewolf with the ant horns. It's a fast attacky boy, kind of in here, I think. Yeah. Seahorse, what you up to? How's things going? Bloodletting Beast, which is let's see. Bloodletting Beast is like the yeah. Okay. This one I just vaguely remember. I remember being Seahorse is good. Yeah, we are Raz. Yarny, how y'all doing? Alright. I'm gonna say this one. It's a lot like the Bloodstarved Beast if my memory's correct, but it's like a better version of that, so I feel comfortable putting it up higher. I'm gonna say probably for being probably better than this guy. This guy tends to fall apart pretty quick, so maybe we'll put him down a little bit lower because he kind of just feels like a elaborate enemy, really. Is screamy drippy boy. Yeah. Forgotten Madman. I'm like, Forgotten Madman. Yeah, Forgotten Madman, don't... this one's obvious. This is obvious. Unmemorable. Unmemorable. Let's see. Okay. We'll go back to the main line. Let's go back to the main line for a little bit. The One Reborn. One Reborn is a wiggly boy. It screamed once and I died. Actually, that's happened multiple times. It's this is probably a D tier boss, honestly. It doesn't really have a lot. It's in the name. I forgot all about the Forgotten Madman. He's got some childbirth imagery when he spawns though. That's the whole thing. Yeah, he like falls out of a portal, and it's like the One Reborn is like, I like the concept of it, but it's just like I can't put it lower than the Dragon Riders. Yeah, no, shit. I can't believe it. I'm like comparing up the list. I'm like, no, the One Reborn is actually better than all these. Shit. This sucks. This sucks. This boss is terrible. That means these guys are all terrible. Ugh. The tier list is finally starting to snap at the seams. The Undead Giant has a big axe and it's in the chalice. That's like, it's like better than these guys. So I guess it's next to the One Reborn. I like though that it has the archer mechanic from the Tower Knights. Yeah, it does kind of, but it's also like, how to put it? The fight, like the One Reborn itself, not great. Like it's a few ideas kind of put together, but I don't feel like it gels as well as the Tower Knight. Yeah. So how is everybody? How's everybody doing? Sorry, I've just been like really into this. Yeah, he still sucks. And the thing is it's weird because of the way the game's balanced. He can scream sometimes and he'll just kill you in one hit. I'm like, I'll never forgive him. Scream to my ear. He's just loud. Actually, I like the Undead Giant more. Cleric Beast is the other guy with antlers. I'm like, where is it? Let me take a look at it. Yeah. Oh no, this is the one that like really flips out. This guy's wild. I'm gonna say it's kind of like Capri Demon though, so it's kind of like in this middle area. That one's bitey. And like, okay. Let me see. Do we have any left? Lauren Dark Beast, which is kind of like we'll get to that. What else we got? Okay. Amygdala. Yeah, Amygdala. This boss is really cool because this, of course, is like at the point in Bloodborne where you're starting to see the twist in the game, which I think is really neat. I think the boss itself is actually pretty well executed considering what it is. It's a big boss. You are attacking its feet, but it is pretty cool. I think it belongs up here. It's also very memorable. So let's see. Mikolash. Mikolash is in a mine maze and runs away from you, throwing magic constantly in your face. And then when you finally catch him, he explodes. Like explodes, basically being as miserable as possible to fight. There is no aspect of Mikolash which is appealing. He's annoying in every possible way, but somehow he's still endearing. So like he's actually hilariously annoying, which I think is what makes him kind of better than a D-boss. D-bosses are kind of like just like bad. Like Mikolash is actually, I remember him, and I distinctly remember hating him. He's like probably slightly better than the Dragon Riders, but he's like the armored spider. Yeah, he's like the armored spider, but he has better lore. Is he better than this weird demon we find? Yeah, technically. Okay. Is he better than the One Reborn? He's very similar to the One Reborn. Both annoying. I can't believe I'm putting him on a C tier though, because he's actually kind of memorable. He's just really shitty. He's just a really shitty person. Okay, let's do Abritus. Abritus is a big mushroom monster alien thing, which is also like Amygdala. The kind of like the moment where the game is like, damn, there's a lot going on here. I gotta put it up high. I gotta put it as a solid B. I think it's a solid B. Abritus like has like, is vulnerable to just like running in and just swinging, and it'll eventually fall over and be dead, which, you know, that works, but it does have like enough that you have to learn that I think it's engaging enough. Murgo's Wet Nurse, very cool design. Giga, Seraph, how's things going? Yeah. How's things going? What are you playing? Murgo's Wet Nurse. I definitely feel confident putting it in A tier. I feel like I can put it up here, probably next to. God, Iron Golem is like secretly like one of my favorite bosses. I feel like I can put it up here. It's pretty much. I'm gonna put Art and Smo down a little bit lower than this. I feel like I'm gonna move these around a little bit. Yeah, I feel. You know what? Lost Sinner is a really good fucking fight. It deserves S tier. Murgo's Wet Nurse though also maybe deserves S tier. This is actually one of those fights that is kind of like it has like a little bit of it feels like there's like a trick to it, but there really isn't. But there kind of is. It's like slightly gimmicky, but in like it's the most like honest gimmick. Like I think I like Amygdala a little bit better, but doing alright, bit tired, raiding in. Been a while since raid. Yeah, could catch the stream off fair. I was playing Chroma Squad. How is that? I've had my eye on the game for a long time. Yeah, aesthetic. She's mechanically fun as hell. The copy mechanics, yeah. Like, I feel like I could put. Yeah, Murgo can go there. Can't say the name right now. Ligarius, Martyr Ligarius. This is a pretty good fight too. This is like a hard one to like. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. Yeah. He's just a really interesting boss. There's a few here. Dark Beast's Pearl. Oddly enough, this is a boss I missed. I almost entirely missed my first playthrough. It's big beast boss that has an electric mechanic where it electrifies itself. I'm gonna say probably. Right about here-ish. It's. Yeah, I think I like fighting the Watchdog more. What else we got? Celestial Emissary, which, if it's what I'm thinking it is, this is like barely a boss. This is like down here with the boar, practically. This is a big guy with a bunch of little guys. But it's one of the better versions of that type of fight. So, maybe like here-ish. It's not as good as Bloodserved Beast. Yeah, I can't put Bloodserved Beast above it, so I'm gonna say it's probably right about there. Here, list all the bosses in Soulsborne. Yep, that's what we're doing. Super fun if you have any love for Super Sentai, Power Rangers. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Who else we got here? Horror Beast. That is a Chalice boss, isn't it? Maybe it isn't. Maybe what is it? I can't even find it. Can't even find it on the list. I cannot find this boss. Where is it? Oh, Ab. That's why. Oh, it's this thing. It's one of the like story, like this thing. It's an okay boss. I think it's pretty good. It's an NPC that turns boss, and it's a pretty hard fight, honestly, but it's a pretty good fight. I feel like it's definitely better than these guys. I'm gonna say I feel like I can put him there. Yeah, it's also a child's boss, so it's technically both. Lauren Dark Beast. Oh, the Queen. We didn't raid the Queen. Queen's a boss. Oh yeah, you fight her in the bottom of the Chalice. That's right too. Chalice dungeon. Once again, it's a case of a boss that I don't typically fight because I've done like 7 cycles of Bloodborne, and then an additional like probably 4 playthroughs that weren't cycled. So it's like I've done a lot of playthroughs, but I haven't done that many Chalice playthroughs. I remember this being pretty challenging, but pretty good. Pretty good overall. So I'm gonna say probably a solid A tier. Chalice dungeons suck. They do, which is why we never do them. I can't even make out what that is. Oh, it's costs. That's I'm like, what is this one? Larian Dark Beast. That's another Chalice boss. Lorian. Just gotta like. That's the one that's like Pearl. I remember it being pretty good though, if my memory is correct. But it's very similar to Pearl, so I think I can place it probably pretty close to Pearl. Alright, yeah, she's a fun boss, not worth the effort to get to, yeah. Okay, now we're in basically final bosses. Okay, Gurman. Gurman is fucking sick. Absolute S tier. I think it's the most you get in the game of fighting sort of like Peak Hunter, just immense. He's just like, he's what you are, but better, kinda. Except kind of also terrible, but that's why he loses. So, and also Moon Presence is extremely good. I think it's an extremely good fight. It's a very, very fun fight. It really encapsulates all the bosses, I think, and it encapsulates all the good bosses in Bloodborne. It's a big beastly alien type boss. It's interesting. I think Moon Presence is very good. You know what? I still like Amelia. Amelia like slightly more. She's my waifu. I gotta put her on S tier. Shady, how you doing? Okay, now we're into Bloodborne's DLC. Ludwig. This guy has S tier, no question. The first time I fought him, I fought him on cycle 7. It took me like 6 hours to beat him because every little nudge would kill me, almost ruining my experience. And then I fought him several more times on earlier cycles, and I adore him every time. He's beastly, but then like, you know what? He has the same thing going on well, Amelia has going on, which is that they're a beast, but they still have like a level of like control to them, which is interesting. Shady, how you doing? What are you streaming? What are you playing? Living Failures is just a multi-boss. There's nothing really going on with this one. It's kind of like the Witch of Hemwick, except I guess like I maybe dislike this version more. Like I find it like less good, so I like it more than the Bloodstarved Beast. I like it more than Capri. I'm gonna say probably like right here. Maybe less. It's kind of fun killing the little guys, I guess. We'll put it like right here. Lady Maria. Once again, no surprise. It is definitely an S rank boss. It is a very, very good boss. Damn, that's a hard one to the list. Yeah, Maria's so good. Waifu tier. Yeah, it's this. Everyone on this tier is a waifu except Gurman. Fuck you, Gurman. I'm like, fuck you, but I respect you. I respect your fighting. Lawrence is basically like Amelia if Amelia could throw up. And also the Cleric Beast. Actually, it's exactly like the Cleric Beast, but it's like with the addition of fire, throwing up fire improve you on a tier list? That is the question we have before us. Honestly, I think it does, actually. I think it's a boss that has routinely, every time I beat it, I felt rewarded. I felt like I really accomplished something, which makes it slightly better than the Cleric Beast, I think, in that respect. Better than Pursuer? No. I'm gonna put it in A though. And now we just have Koss. The weird grub. The world's oldest baby. The world's oldest baby. I feel comfortable putting Koss probably at the bottom of S tier. I think it's a cool fight. I just think his design is gross. I'm just like, nothing about his design appeals to me, but the fight itself is very, very good. I gotta put Ligarius over here, I think, and Murgo has to be higher than Amygdala. Love Koss's design. Yeah, like Koss is just like, the problem is it's just like for me the design doesn't work. I just think the actual like way that Koss fights is really good. Where is Ludwig here? I think more interesting than Gurman. I'm actually inclined to say I actually like Ludwig's fight more than Maria's. It's just a very iconic fight for me, you know? Okay, so that is Bloodborne. Look at that. I would say Bloodborne has a really good like spread. Like there's a lot of B's, A's, and S's in Bloodborne. Bloodborne just has very good bosses. This surprises no one. Okay, so Dark Souls 3. The big problem is actually remembering the names of some of these. Okay. Maybe I can find it this way. Okay, yeah. Okay, this works. Oh, this is actually perfect. They have them in order, which is what every wiki should do. Lytics. Is this the one? Because I know there's two versions of this one. Yeah, no, this is it. First boss in Dark Souls 3. I actually think the design's pretty cool. Ludwig is the most badass Tara with dementia I've ever seen. Yeah, you're not wrong. That's pretty much it. Yeah. First boss of Dark Souls 3. I actually like this boss a lot. It's just really solid. It's really well executed. I don't feel like it has like the lore to really back it up. I don't know what its lore actually is, and if I don't know what its lore is, then it wasn't engaging enough for me to learn it. So, I'm gonna say low A. I enjoyed it more than Gwen. Yeah, I feel like A. It's an okay boss. Vort. Oops. Vort. Crawly boy. Okay, this guy I kind of like a lot because this guy is a knight, but he doesn't like stand up and like fight you like a person. He fights you like I don't know. But he crawls at you, and it's kind of cool, and I'm kind of about that. Like he's a fierce boy. I liked him more than Gwen. I'm like, I don't know. This has become the seeping point on the A tier. All the bosses are sneaking into A tier because they're better than Gwen, which means that Gwen maybe is actually a B. So that might be the secret. That might be the secret here. Because is Vort an A tier? No. Vort is a B tier boss. Good news, I can't sleep, so they have to deal with me again. Oh, hey, Mish. Well, welcome back. We're still tiering it up. Vort is a B. And actually, Old Dragon Slayer is technically a B too, because there's no smo. There's no smo in this sandwich. This is... Oh. There we go. Oh. Just one sec. My tracking is like... Apparently my battery's not charging. Oh, jeez. It says it's charging. Let me just hop below my desk here and check my, make sure everything's plugged in good. It always makes me uneasy when my tracking kind of drops. No, I'm not ready yet. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That should be better. Okay, so where were we? Hopefully the phone doesn't give out. Where were we? Right, Cursed Rod and Greatwood. Cursed Rod and Greatwood. This is the boss where you fight its tree balls. Punch it in the tree balls and then until it falls over, and that's the fight. I think this is like a solid C tier boss. It's once again, it's in around the Tars Demon because it's like not really that elaborate of a boss, but you do get to say that you punch a tree in the balls, which I think has value. Do I like it more than Rom? I do like it more than Rom. Do I like it more than Nito? I do like it more than Nito. Do I like it more than the old Iron King? Do I know who the old Iron King is? Yes, I do. Do I like it more? Shit, it's moving up the list. Look at this. More than Four Kings. Yes. Shit. God damn it. I don't like this. I don't like the fact that it's sliding up this list. It might be a solid C tier. But it's definitely not as good as the Bell Gargoyles, so it can't possibly be. I'm thinking that it's probably right about here. Gotta head to bed. Blah blah. All right, little rabbit. You have a good night, okay? You have a good night, B. Let me see. Okay, next up, Crystal Sage. This is one of those annoying bosses that doesn't really have a lot going on outside of being annoying. It's kind of, you know what? It's like a less endearing. It's a less endearing Mikalash. So I guess honestly probably, is it better than the Dragon Riders? It's worse than the Dragon Riders, but I don't think it's like mechanically dead like these ones. Like, yeah, I feel like it has at least like something going on to it. You know what? This guy can go down here because it's almost as elaborate as like these bosses here. I'm just putting the pig at the top of D tier because I'm like, respect the pig. Okay, Abyss Watchers. Oh hell yeah. Okay, here's where like Dark Souls 3 gets hot. Yeah, where's the Abyss Watchers? Yeah, the Abyss Watchers. Yeah, yes, Abyss Watchers is excellent. It's a very, very fun fight. Definitely an A tier. Do I think it's an S tier? It's a hard call. Abyss Watchers is really good. Yeah. Shit. Abyss Watchers is, yeah, that's where Dark Souls 3 peaks. Agreed. 100% with you on that one. Floppable. Do I like it? Do I like it more than Moon Presence? Yes. Do I like it more than Gurman? Fuck. I think it's an S tier. I think it's an S tier boss. I think Abyss Watchers is really cool. Alright. Decons of the Deep. This is once again, you're just fighting a room full of guys and none of them know how to fight. So not particularly endearing, not particularly memorable. I'm gonna say it's probably down here somewhere. At least Pinwheel has illusions. These ones don't even have illusions. You're just killing a bunch of guys. It's slightly more engaging than flipping 2 light switches and then punching a dragon in the chin. Glitchy Queer, welcome. Alright, so next up, High Lord. Oh, this is the bone skeleton. High Lord, where is it here? High Lord, this one. Oh, it's literally the last one on the list. High Lord, this is the big skeleton. This feels like a boss that was from like from like this is like taking, it's almost like a Kirby boss, if that makes sense. Like it's two big hands and a face. Like there's, I don't remember, like it's good, I guess. It's an okay fight. It's almost yeah, it's kind of like the gimmicky boss of Dark Souls 3. Yeah, it's like a lot of things about bell gargoyles at this point, which I don't know how I feel. Let's move bell gargoyles up, because I feel like bell gargoyles has kind of improved over time. Like, I think this is, oh, this is the wrong bell gargoyles. That's why. I was about to say this is the Dark Souls 2 bell gargoyles. Dark Souls 1 bell gargoyles are up here somewhere, right there. It's a gimmicky boss, but it also has like kind of just enough merit that's kind of okay. I'm gonna put it maybe C tier, probably in around maybe Rom and Nito, I guess. It's a big skeleton, which is kind of fun. It's more engaging than Nito, maybe. Yeah, I feel comfortable putting it there. Okay, next up on the list is Old Demon King. This one I think is pretty good, if my memory is correct. This boss had like some good movements, some good patterns to learn. It felt rewarding, if my memory is right on that. I don't remember it being like the hardest boss, but I remember being like at least like pretty fun. And I feel like it's probably a solid B. Yeah, I feel, yeah. All right, next up is Pontiff. This is the boss that I wish I liked more. I think it's a pretty good design, pretty fun fight to learn. At this point in the Soulsborne games, like they're really like aware of the fact that the bosses need to have like a nuance to like learn about them, I think. So that's why I think a lot of the bosses so far in Dark Souls 3 are placing quite high. I'd say Pontiff is pretty good. I think it's a little bit more interesting than Vort. Maybe just a little bit, but maybe a little bit like less fun than Deer. Pontiff has some like kind of bullshitty things going on though too. So it's AV, this is quite the endeavor. It is. Yorm, this is actually the gimmicky boss of the game. Yorm is like, is gimmicky but also kind of fun. So I kind of want to place them a little bit higher. Make sure to screenshot this for posterity after it's all done. Absolutely. Gimmicky but kind of fun. I'm gonna say probably in around the last giant, maybe. Makes me sad because, oh yeah, it is Onion. Yeah, the end of Onion. Yeah. Really easy, but dang, feels. Yeah, it is feels. Absolutely, it's feels. Also, that big sword is really fucking cool. Like good design. I definitely like him more than High Lord, so it has to be up here somewhere. You know what? I'm gonna put it right here because it's kind of like fighting the Giant Lord, but like it's more emotional and a better design. I think definitely better than the Dark Lurker. So I'm gonna move Dark Lurker down here a little bit. Dark Lurker is good, but really hard in a non-appealing way. Eldritch. Okay. Tower of Gods. This fight had some good nuances to it to learn. It was enjoyable. It's of course memorable because of the place it takes place in. I'm gonna say probably just because all those things come together, I'm gonna say probably right about here. I think it's an A tier boss. I think it's a good boss. Dancer of Boreal Valley. This boss is probably the closest that the game comes to like a second high point. I think it's a really solid boss. Yeah. So easily forgotten. No, Dragon Soul, no. Just running out of letters. I'm gonna say probably in here. I think Lost Sinner is up here. These three are all really good. Yeah, I think that feels right. That feels right to me. Like, you know, and even though I know, like, looking at this tier list, I'm mixing the notions of what's a good fight, like, to play out, and what is a good character lore-wise, because, like, realistically, Sif is probably, like, C tier for, like, an actual fight, but you can't put Sif on C tier. Sif is so fucking good, so a good fight can be elevated by good lore and a good character. So I don't know, we're not in the section yet, but I'm like 50 hours into Elden Ring, and I haven't even beaten the second story boss. What am I doing? Elden Ring's a big game. When I finished Elden Ring, I was near 200 hours. Yeah. If you only care about mechanics, Vendrick is nothing whatsoever. Exactly. But Vendrick is a really cool concept. Yeah. Dragon Slayer armor. That's a boss. And then we have the weird Dragon King thing. Okay, we'll do this one first. This is the weird one that kind of felt like it was supposed to be like a Bloodborne-y boss, but it doesn't even feel good like a Bloodborne boss. It feels like, I feel okay putting it kind of. This was the boss that felt really unrewarding to me, because I thought it was gonna be really cool, and then it just ended up being like kind of falling flat. I don't know. I'm gonna put it next to the Celestial Emissary and behind the Bloodstar Beast. Right, the dragon. Actually, I remember this. It has lightning and stuff in their arena. This boss is kind of okay, if my memory is correct. Sorry, I know I'm saying that a lot, but like a lot of this is a few years ago now. I'm gonna say probably. It's definitely like a high C, but it has very annoying AoE, so it's kind of like ROM in that way. I'm gonna say around the Dark Lurker. I think it's a fight that probably would have been better if it was less annoying. Champion Gundyr, yes. This one here is probably right up here, because I think it's basically like Ludix, but also really fun. You know what? I feel like I could put them like this. Yeah, all three of these together, and we're gonna put this guy at the bottom of these three. It's actually one of the stronger starting bosses too, other than Cleric Beast. Yeah. It's not if it's not about mechanics, Gwendolyn is top tier. I love that lore-wise, Gundyr just sucks, because he was meant to be a big hero, but the world ended before he got to the Firelink Shrine. Now he exists as people to beat the crap out of. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Lothric. I think this is kind of an interesting idea for boss. Wait, do they have these as separate bosses? Wait, what? Don't tell me. No, they don't. Okay, good. Okay, they do not. I was about to say they better not. This is an interesting boss. Dark Souls 3 is just a sad game. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't actually like Dark Souls 3 that much. Everything's dying. Yep, you can't do shit. The game is already done by the time you get there. It's just, I think what makes it. I feel confident I can put like Lothric right about here. I think that's fair, because like them more than these ones, like them less than these ones. Ancient Wyvern. Oh yeah, it's a big dragon. That's actually a pretty okay dragon if my memory's correct. That dragon's pretty decent. I'm gonna say probably high B. Maybe around a Breedis. Yeah. Better than Gwen. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty spot on. Yeah, like I feel like this is pretty okay now. Oh, Nameless King. Nameless King is quite good. This is a fun fight. Very, very like intense fight. Really fun. Lots to learn. Definitely took a long time for me to beat. But also, who is this guy? Do we even know? What is their name? unmemorable. No. We'll put yeah. It's Gwen's son. That makes sense. Like I feel like most likely Gwen's first son. I'm gonna say. Do I like it more than Koss? I do like it more than Koss. Yes. Soul Cinder, so the final boss, and then everything else here I can put in this list because I never played the DLC for Dark Souls 3. That's how little I like the game. So Soul of Cinder. So this is the random select of bosses. This boss has a little bit of everything going in. It's just a thing that has a bunch of weapons. There's not like I don't feel like it's in an appealing way, but like I feel like it's still cool as an idea, but I feel like the idea would have been cooler executed better, if you know what I mean. It's character growth. His true calling was to be a dragon. Yeah, Soul Cinder. It's a pretty good boss. It's a pretty good boss. Yeah, it feels okay to me. It feels okay to me. Yeah, ancient different. Maybe lower than Abritus. I like Abritus. Abritus is good. Actually, Abritus can be the top of the tier. I like Abritus. No, Abritus is worse than this one. Crawly Boy. Yeah, it feels better. Yeah. Alright, so that was Dark Souls 3. What time is it? It's 3 a.m. Okay, we have a lot left to go. Okay. Okay, next is Sekiro. What do y'all think? Should I split this up over another day? Should I do the rest like another day, or should we keep going? Are we in? Are we in, or do we keep going? Okay. Oh god, these are not sequenced, but I remember these bosses pretty well, so up to you. Holy shit, so many for Elden Ring. I know Elden Ring's gonna be a task in itself. All right. Okay, where does Elden Ring start? Who's like the first boss? Damn, I don't fucking remember. Samurai General? Is it Samurai General? Yeah. Don't overwork yourself. It's gonna take beyond that time. You should continue another time. Self time. Yeah, it's also considering all the mini bosses. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. I wouldn't consider most of these like bosses. Yeah. I feel like Great Serpent is not a boss. I would agree with this statement. They've split it up into two chunks here, and I don't really. Blazing Bull though I would consider a boss. They consider Sakura Bull a boss. We're gonna just stick with the bosses on this one, I think. But some of these are. Oh, I don't like how this was done. Okay, you know what? We'll focus on the bosses first, and then we'll think about this. I mean, to be fair, there's gonna be a lot in Elden Ring which one would not consider bosses either. So you know, so you know, no, it's fair to consider these bosses. I think. I wish I had them in order though. That would help me out a lot. Yeah, you know what? Some of these make sense though, because some of these are actually like pretty elaborate. The more I'm like looking at it and thinking about it. But how different are they from each other that I could really like by memory say this is better than this, you know what I mean? The Ring is yeah. How would you remember or distinguish? Yes. Let's focus on bosses first. Let's focus on the big bosses. We'll focus on the big bosses and then we'll burn that bridge when we get to it when it comes to the little bosses. Okay, so first one is guy on horse. Gyobu. This guy is the first one we're rating. It's guy on a horse with a spear. It's a bad time for you because I hadn't invented horses yet for the player. So this ain't Elden Ring. So it's a B tier boss, I think, because it's like there's enough going on. It's interesting. It's like engaging enough. It's fast, but it's not hard. It's enough to teach you the game. I haven't finished Sekiro. I haven't finished Elden Ring, so I'm gonna go for tonight. All right, Jumangar, you have a great night. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I like it more than Gwen. Gwen's becoming a sticking point where I'm like, I'm realizing how little I like this boss. I'm moving it down. Moving it down the list. Where maybe more than Smelter, maybe. Yeah, that feels better. Yeah, it's like it's an okay fight. I'd say it's near Tower Knight, maybe. Argue that it's a bad. Yeah, sorry. I'd argue it's a bad tutorial boss because you can't really keep your distance from him. True. He does get in your face a lot. You're not wrong. This is not how Sekiro's play. Because you can really keep your distance from him in a wide open area. That's true. He does move in pretty quick though. Yeah. And Sekiro is very, very aggressive. It is. Keeping your distance to Dark Souls thing, yeah. Yeah, like I do like the boss though. Like I find it a fun fight because basically he runs in and you time it as he swings at you, you know what I mean? So it's like enjoyable that way. So like I enjoy the fight. I don't think it's a great tutorial fight, but it's also just like I just enjoy the fight. I think it's a good fight. I feel comfortable putting it like kind of around here, maybe somewhere in B tier. Okay, next up, out of bosses I remember Lady Butterfly. Lady Butterfly, we'll do her. She is like the first boss that fucking punches your ass in this game. I think she's really cool. She took me a long time to beat. She really like took it out of me. But I really like the fight. I like that she's you know, she's old. Yeah, she's basically the Gascoigne of Sekiro. You're not wrong. Do I like her more than Gascoigne though? I think the answer is yes, actually. I think by design I like her more. I feel like I can't. Yeah. Like. I think I gotta raise the Cleric Beast up. I think Cleric Beast is better than this. I think it's closer to this. Yeah. Gascoigne's also better than this. Gascoigne's also closer to like. I like Gascoigne better than Hornet Smell. Yeah. Lady Butterfly though. Less than Rose Wet Nurse. But Nurse can go down a little bit. She's a good fight. No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's a very fucking solid skill check. There's no like pissing around with this character. She fucking will school you. Yeah, she's good. I think I feel comfortable placing her there. Let's see. God, some of these, oh God, there's so many. It's funny too, because Sekiro isn't really that long ago, but you know what, I'll put the Blazing Bull on the list because I remember. I'll do the ones I remember best. Yeah. Blazing Bull, fucking, this boss is like, this boss has the energy of falling down a staircase while like carrying a bucket full of marbles, is what this boss has. Because like, the moment it's good, like the moment things go to fucking hell, it really goes to hell. But it's not like the worst. When you do get a feel for the fight, it's not actually that bad, but it's like, boy, does shit go to fucking hell when this boss goes weird. Unless you use firecrackers. Yeah, that's another whole like kettle of fish though. Yeah, Blazing Bull is like, hey, firecrackers are OP. Yeah, like, I gotta put it close down in the C tier, but I'm like probably around ROM, I guess. Maybe put it down there. Long Arm Centipede, I remember that one. Actually, let me Tokujiro. I remember this guy. He's a big guy and he knocks you on your ass. You think you're gonna like go in and just like, this guy teaches you to fucking parry. That's what this guy did. Like, Lady Butterfly tests it. This guy like teaches you, essentially. Like super easy once you get like the beat on how to fight him, but like, or like the core game mechanics. But until that moment, this guy was trouble. When he was trouble when I tried to play the game like Dark Souls. As soon as I oh, that's a lowercase I see that. Oh my god. Gosh. Created 1 minute ago? Oh my goodness, would you look at that? Wow. Here, I'll block and report that for you. So, that's somebody, go. Thank you. Go there. Okay, so that is all done. Damn, it must not be sleeping right now. It's probably pretty late there. It's not super late. It's more late. It's later here. All right. What else we got? Okay. It's kind of funny because this game, the way it flows, there's not a lot of I guess the Sakura Bull is considered a boss. I might as well fucking put it in the list. I'm gonna put it down here with like fucking like maybe the Man-Eater Boar, I guess, because it's just a reuse of another boss that already exists, and the Blazing Bull's more engaging and implemented in a way that makes it feel more like substantial. Damn. Great Carbon Tendon is considered a boss? Jeez. These are surprising. Oh, Lone Shadow is pretty good. That's an enjoyable fight. I'm gonna say it's probably a B. Or maybe even an A. It's not the hardest fight in the game, but it's like enjoyable. Oh wait, this is ×3. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's like probably in around here. Tower Knight should be a little bit higher, I think. Okay. I'm gonna let's focus back on the bosses. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you know what? Actually, here's one. Let me see if I can find them. Tome, inner father. Oh god. These are like the naming folding monkeys. We'll do the folding monkeys. This one's quick. This one's basically it's a lot like Migalash, where it's more of a puzzle than a boss, but it's honestly really, I just find it very annoying. Sometimes you do it really fast and other times it's really slow. Mostly I just want to get the fight over with, so I'm gonna actually put it at the bottom of D. Yeah. Like the problem, you know what? I actually think it's actually maybe an F tier. Because it's basically you have to chase down like several invisible monkeys or whatever. Or actually I don't even think they're invisible, but like some of them are. One of them is. Anyways, the point is that it's mostly just chasing down. They all die in like one hit, so there's nothing really to it. Why is Brainsucker here? Brainsucker can go to the bottom of the F. Folding screen monkeys. Honestly, it's mostly just that they take up your fucking time. Like there's nothing to this fight. It's just really slow and taxing. So it's not annoying though, so it's not as bad as the Bed of Chaos. So I'm gonna put it maybe right here. Oh, we got a mask. Let's see. Fox mask. There we go. Okay. You know what? I have a tier for this. Unmemorable. These characters are unmemorable. Unmemorable. Like Snake Eyes. What is the Snake Eyes one? Let me look at these. Because there's a lot of like good mid bosses in this, but it's not like I guess if you're gonna consider the Great Serpent a boss, it's like it's once again more of a puzzle than anything else. So I'd say at least doesn't waste your time like the folding screen monkeys. Is maybe slightly better than a rat, and it's maybe like more interesting. So it's maybe bottom of D, I guess. Chained Ogre, I've fought this before. I remember there's two of them. These fights, actually this fight's actually one of the first fights in the game. There's like a process to learning these ones, and it's engaging enough. I'm gonna say probably it's similar to the gargoyles. I'm gonna say probably. Yeah, like Flame Lurker should probably be higher, honestly. Let's see, maybe a little bit lower. Chained gargoyles, or chained ogres. It's got a lot of energy of like fighting like it's in the same family as like Asylum Demon, those ones. So it's kind of like down here. It's maybe more engaging than a lot of these though. I'm gonna say it's probably maybe around here. Like there's stuff to learn with this fight, but it's not like, you know what? I'm gonna put it at the top of C. I think it's pretty okay. Oh shit, this is the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of Juzu. Tokujiro's not the, well, I guess they have different move sets. This is the one I was thinking of. So Tokujiro is very similar. He's fought in a different spot though, but it's a very similar fight. I don't know. I can't think of off the top of my head what's actually distinctly different in these fights, other than I think this guy has like a mist attack where he like sprays like his drink at you, And I don't know if Tokujiro has it. Like I think they supplement something different for that. No, he's the one in the woods. He's the one that's in the woods. Okay. I remember that now. It's like almost the same fight. If it's not the same fight, it's like almost the same fight. Crystal Sage can go a little bit lower, and actually they're better than the Dragon Riders. Jesus, why are these two still here? You go down here. Actually, having two of you is actually slightly better than one of you. You were the divide between the difference between an individual and two. That's what you are. I'm gonna say probably better than Miklash, better than One Reborn, better than Merciless Watchers. Moving up the list, better than Dirty Colossus, the Celestial Emissary. Yeah, you know what? Actually, moving up this list. Yeah. You know what? I'll take it. Actually, you know what? I think the Drunkard versions are more fun. Alright. I don't remember the Great Carp attendant. I remember the Great Carp. I don't remember really fighting it though. I just remember it. Okay, where is this is the thing with Sekiro, you fight so many versions of the same characters. These are really hard. This is a lot. Okay, you know what? Guardian Ape. This is a memorable fight. Guardian Ape, I would say, is probably me and Guardian Ape. Me and Guardian Ape go way back. we had some fights. It was an interesting fight. There's a lot of layers to this fight. They're enjoyable. I'm gonna say probably. I think it's probably like a mid-A, maybe slightly below Pursuer. Above Lawrence though, because I think there's less like bullshit than Lawrence, although kind of still some bullshit. So yeah, my memory of most of these are just like not there. Long Arm Centipede, I do vaguely remember this. This is a little bit of a fight. Has a little bit of a nuance to it, but not like a lot. But like, there's also centipede monsters in the room. I'm gonna say probably in around here. Ooh, the Headless. These guys are actually, I remember these guys. These guys are actually strangely really hard. I don't think I ever got a good beat on fighting these guys. I could kind of like bullshit my way through the fights, but they were always like, I would either die in an instant or succeed. I'm gonna say it's definitely very similar to like Ceaseless Discharge energy. Say probably. It was really bullshitty. I have a really hard time, like, really weird one with those guys. Yeah, I'm gonna put them in F. I find them just obnoxious to fight. They have like a lot of homing projectiles. They cause a really annoying status effect. They don't have a lot of moves, but what they do is very good. So yeah. This is the Ashina spear user. I do remember it vaguely. These fights were usually pretty good. I remember these being pretty fun. Like it's an enemy with a lot of big sweeping spear attacks that are very telegraphed, so there's like a lot of parrying in these fights, but still like you have to kind of watch yourself that you don't run too hot, so there's like a nice balance to it. I'm gonna say probably up here. Like I remember them being one of the more enjoyable, like, smaller fights in the game. I'm pretty sure I know what this guy's like, and it's also kind of a very similar thing to these guys, except with a sword. It's a little bit smaller range and a little bit like less interesting overall. So I'm gonna say probably a B tier. I'm gonna say probably similar to like Beast Possessed Soul, where it's not really like, it doesn't feel like you're fighting a full boss, but it does feel like you're fighting a substantial enemy. So I think that's probably fair. I think this guy just blows on a whistle and makes you miserable. I think that's all that he does. He is the wizardry. He is the misery whistle. That's all this guy does. So he can go down here. He can toot his way down to fucking bottom F tier. Fuck this guy. All right, let's go back to the bosses. Okay, back to the big bosses. Except there. Okay. I find it interesting that they consider like Headless Ape a separate boss. I mean, I guess technically there is that moment where it's like it has a head and then it doesn't. I would consider them one and the same boss, but the Headless so here's the interesting thing. This version's pretty decent already. The Headless version turns into a Bloodborne boss. Is it a good Bloodborne boss? Debatable. I think it actually gets kind of more sketchy though. Like I feel like there's more bullshit in like for Headless Ape. You think they'd have grown out of running blowing on whistles, Demon of Hatred, which is one that I remember. This is like the game's sort of secret really hard boss. I find it that good of a boss, so I kind of wish the design was more interesting, honestly. I feel okay putting him bottom A, honestly. It's a cool boss, and there's like interesting layers to it, but I also just kind of feel like it didn't have things to make it more memorable for me. Okay, so what we're looking for is Genichiro, but we're looking for, there we go. Okay, the first time you fight him. So Genichiro, so you remember like earlier in the stream 4 hours ago when I said that, who did I say was the Gary Oak of Dark Souls? Pursuer is the Gary Oak of Dark Souls. So that was a lie. Where did I drop Genichiro? Drop him back down here. Damn it, we've dropped Genichiro and we don't know where he went. Inner. Where do we drop him? There he is at the bottom of B tier. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, I have bad news, everybody. My phone ran out of tracking. So, I don't know what to say about that. My phone ran out of battery. Oh, what do you even do? Oh no. I guess this is what I get for talking straight for like 4 hours. How long have we been streaming? When did I start? I started around 9. So, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It's only 7 hours. It's not good. Okay, I'm gonna finish up Genichiro though. I'm gonna finish up my thought on Genichiro. Okay. Here we're going to PNG tuber mode. I'm sorry everybody, but this is how it's gotta be. For there. Okay. It's me. But I'm baby now, because I'm out of power. Okay. So let's put it right here. There. Okay. Like 8 hours. Okay. Well, you know what? We'll have to split this into 2 parts then. I'm not a squirrel. You lost your mushroom. Yeah, I did. You're right. Okay, Genichiro. He's the Gary Oak of Dark Souls of Sekiro. I think he's a really memorable boss. I think he's a really interesting boss too, because he's like the most expressive for like losing. You know what I mean? Like, as much as you fight him, he fights you. You know what I mean? I think he's a really good boss. I think he's really well executed. I think he's interesting. He gets really shit-faced about things because he's like, and he also comes back. He's like the pursuer, but like a better version of that idea. So they consider him, was he like takes off his like shirt, a separate boss? Damn. Why? This is bizarre. They really do consider everything a boss in this, don't they? Huh. Everything is considered a boss in this. Every form is considered a boss. That is so weird. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's just because they have different health bars or what. Yeah. I'm not gonna. No. We're gonna call it for now. We're gonna call it for now. I think this is okay. We're gonna call it for now. We're gonna make this day 2. So tonight we'll dig into more of this list. Because unfortunately, if I've ran my battery down, I got nothing. Yeah. I mean, PNG tubing's valid and everything too, but also I just feel like we could save. We could save, you know, more of the list, right? Yeah. Hey Belle, how you doing? Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna say is we're gonna split it. I would have split before Sekiro, but I'll split it in the middle of Sekiro, I guess. Had I known. Oh, well, thank you, Mish. Thank you. So I'm gonna say this is our list so far. Does anything need to be adjusted here? Let me take a look. Our S tier: Vicarimelia, Torres, Ludwig, Maria, Abyss Watchers, German. Is Sif a good enough boy to be S+? Yes, Sif is a good enough boy to be S+. Penetrator. Good enough. Is the penetration good enough to be S+? Yes, I think so. Damn, there's a lot of good. There's like S is really good. This is a good like tier. It's hard to draw a split. I think Vendrick's good enough to be good up here too. Fuck this list. This is like. No, gotta stop. I feel like Vendrick is. I think Vendrick's actually. Yeah, we're gonna put Vendrick actually a little bit higher because I just think the concept of this character is so good, and he's like a good enough boss, like too. Like there's enough to chew on there. There's a lot of. These are all really good, and these are all really good. I think the difference between S and S+ though is like the lore of the characters, like the lore that comes with them, which is like pushing. Like that's why Sif feels like Sif should be S+, because the lore is so good on this character, and definitely better than German. Fuck you, German. You can go down here. No, leave German up here. I'm gonna stop touching it. I'm gonna stop touching it for now. And also, yeah, I think this is okay. I'm gonna stop touching it for now. So we need to take some pictures of our list here for tomorrow. This will save, so I'm just gonna pick up right where I left off probably. So there is our S's and our A's. Our B and our C. So what do y'all think? How's everybody doing? How is everybody? Was this a enjoyable experience, or was this like the world's most monotonous thing? What does everybody think? What does everybody think so far? Doing all right? Is it enjoyable to listen to, or is it just like so? It's very silly. White says it's silly. My endeavors are silly. That's fair. It's a massive list. It is a massive list. You know what? It's interesting, but I don't know any of these bosses. Fair. You know what surprises me? I just got here. I'm loving it. Oh well, thank you, Belle. How you feeling? How are you doing? We're pretty much done for now. We're gonna pick up tomorrow and do the rest of Sekiro, and that might give me a little bit of a refresher because it's like there's a lot of like Sekiro. They really broke up what the bosses are. Like it's kind of almost too much. I'd never play a Souls game, but I think it's fun to listen. Oh well, thank you, Mish. Yeah. So I'll weigh out what I'll do with the rest of the Sekiro bosses and things. But I will say Owl is also very good. Where do we have Owl? Owl has to be here. Owl Father? Is it Owl Father? Is it Great Shinobi Owl? Great Shinobi Owl. Great Shinobi Owl is excellent. Very good boss. I think definitely top of A tier. Maybe bottom of S. Oh, I like Owl way more than fucking Koss. Koss can eat my ass. And definitely more, oh gosh, yeah. Owl is really good. Owl's moving up fast. I think Owl's probably an S. Yeah, gotta keep healing. Ah, fair. Just taking it day by day. Fair. Just good. Well, you definitely rest up lots, okay, Belle? She played Dark Souls game, but when I was younger, I really didn't have the patience for the challenge. Gotcha. I think like the challenge is definitely part of it, part of the appeal, but it's like not the central focus of the games. I think the games are engaging games. Like there's so much more to them than just the challenge, which is why like I would recommend them, but at the same time, like I definitely understand. Also nice paper, nice. There's like characters here that I just don't. Oh, Orin! I remember Orin. That's actually a fun boss. Jeez, it's starting to come back to me now. That's actually a pretty good boss. This boss gave me a lot of trouble though. It's very, very hard. Went from very hard to very easy, I think. This was like, I think there's like butterflies or something. She like plays a flute. It's a very cool boss though. It's kind of just like off the middle of nowhere. I would definitely consider this a boss, and I would consider it better than Pontiff. There's a lot of like kind of A tier bosses. I guess like the thing is there's a lot of bosses in Dark Souls 2 that would barely be considered bosses. And Sekiro kind of goes through the same thing where there's a lot that are like just barely considered bosses. I'm gonna say probably right here. I think Headless Ape is maybe slightly better. Maybe the Beast is better. Maybe the Gargoyle is better. Better than Pontiff though. I need to do another run to get the last one. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, it shouldn't take long though. Also, I'm gonna drop the Divine Dragon in here. Divine Dragon is more of a puzzle fight and it's more cinematic, but I think it's so cinematic and like spectacular looking, and it's generally pretty fun, even though it's a gimmick fight. I'm actually gonna put it I'm gonna put it high B. I think it's just so spectacular in its execution. It's just not that interesting of a like boss in itself, I guess. Actually, you know what? I feel confident putting it down at bottom of A. It's like probably the best gimmick boss in the series. Like I feel pretty okay about that. So yeah, we'll stop doing this for now though. Okay. Shit, I just took pictures of the list and then I changed it, didn't I? Okay. Gotta stop touching the tier list. It's good for now. We'll do the rest tomorrow. It'll be good. Anyways. But you know, out of the bunch, I'm surprised how well Dark Souls 2 performed. You know, when I actually stop and think about Dark Souls 2 bosses, there's a good mixture. I know Dark Souls 2 gets a lot of flack for just being a bunch of guys in armor, but there's a pretty good handful of fights, in Dark Souls 2. Like, they're memorable to the point, like, there's some that are memorable and some that aren't. Actually, a lot of them aren't, but like, most, there's some like good stuff in there. It's just like Dark Souls 2 is really like scattershot over the whole thing. You know what? When you actually look at like the upper end of Dark Souls 2, not really that many placements, but there's a lot in the mid. There's a lot in the mid with Dark Souls 2. All of them. Dark Souls 1 probably has like, yeah, Dark Souls 1 has almost the most bad bosses. You know what? I'm gonna say Moonlight Butterfly. At least like, Bed of Chaos is annoying. Moonlight Butterfly is like, is boring. I'll put it in the middle. I changed it again. That's okay though, because we'll get back to this tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to we'll finish our list. Actually, I probably have enough charge here for this. Tomorrow we'll do the rest of our list. Yeah. Just one sec. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Get out of here, you little gremlin. Okay, so anyways, let me see. So I think that's it for now. So I think we're gonna put this away. And oh, burger. Oh. Anyway, so how's everybody doing? Oh my god, they have patches on the boss list. Yeah. It was good. There we go. I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm a little bit tired. It's starting to catch up with me a little bit now that I've stopped talking. There we go. So, scratch my ear. Just one sec. I'm just gonna check a thing. Okay, I'm just gonna say this for anyone that is interested. Feel free to report this account, because this is an account that is a harassment account that's attacking one of our own. So yeah, feel free to report that. So anyways, so let me see, what are we doing? I guess we're gonna look for a raid, because I don't have much battery life left. I moved my you know what it is? I know exactly what's caused it. I moved my camera setup over and around, so it's in a different place. I bet my mouse cord bumping the new where the power cord is probably causing it to not charge consistently. That's probably what's happening. Just one sec. Is it really tangled around that? It is. Okay, so okay. I bet that's what's caused it to not charge consistently. There we go. So, let me see. Who should we raid tonight? Can't find the account on mobile search. Okay, so it might already be on its way out. Wow, there's like not a lot of people streaming tonight. Moon is streaming. Oh, Fire's streaming. Apparently streaming nothing. Interesting. Camera dies in half my streams. Ah. Oh. Oh. Moonmun. Moonmun has a new design. Oh my. Oh. And Fire. Oh, fire streaming. What looks like. Oh, testing this for 2 seconds. Okay, Fire Mountain is not streaming right now. We haven't rated Moon in like ages, so yeah. So we're gonna raid Moon one. There we go. Yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna call it for now. Seriously, thank you everybody. Thank you everyone tonight. Like, tonight was a really good stream. I know it was a little bit different, but we got a little bit of Tunic in, and we'll try and get a little bit more Tunic in tonight. And yeah, we did a Dark Souls Soulsborne tier list, and it kind of was, it seemed to go pretty well, I think. So we'll finish that off tomorrow night too. Or well, tonight rather, finish it Monday night. But yeah, and also thank you everybody for the support, like all the donations and everything. Like seriously, it means a lot. Like, you know, I really appreciate it. You know, it keeps, you know, like I'd absolutely still want to be doing this even if there wasn't donations, but you know what I mean? Like it feels good to be appreciated, you know what I mean? So you know, I appreciate that. But never feel like you gotta donate, because, you know, I just want to have a cool space and chill space for everybody to hang out at. And, you know, having you all here, just having you in the chat and hanging out and chatting and talking about whatever, like, that's everything to me, you know? So, thank you. Aw. But, yeah. Looks like the real one because it capitalized. Yes. Yeah, they use capitals. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, damn letters. Who invented letters? Yeah, jeez. Why didn't they plan for this? Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna raid Moonman, who is... Oh! Never mind, Moonman's wrapping up. Wait. Moonman's not wrapping up? No, someone else is just leaving their chat. Someone's just leaving her chat. Alright, so everyone should use source code pro, and yeah. I don't know what that is, but yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna call it for now. I will be streaming tonight. I will be streaming, like I said, I'll be streaming more Tunic and more Soulsborne tiers, so. And maybe we'll get some Enter the Gungeon or something in too. So, anyways, thank you all for watching and hanging out tonight, and show Moonman some love, and y'all take it easy when you can. Have a good day and a good night, and I will catch y'all later. Bye.
Thank you so much for the raid. How you doing? And welcome, Code Raiders, the Nya Raiders. been doing great. I've been doing great. Been being a lazy cat most of the time, but hey. Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. I am Cowitch Moon. I usually draw a lot, but sometimes I play games. Usually I am not in this form, but for today I am in this form, so how are you guys? hope your stream went amazing, Code. Hope your stream went amazing. Oh, don't look at my current commission info. It's kind of really out